The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Soon.
Oh God! All right, we're here. We're alive.
We're live.
Not all of our characters are on the screen, but we're here.
Oh, that's okay. It's fine. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Oh dear God. I heard feedback. Sorry. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Sunset City, a Sonic podcast for the classic. And I probably fucked this up. It's fine. It's fine. There is no modern age. It's all just Sonic. Deal with it.
For the classic and meta age.
No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that.
I'm gonna make a stupid meme one of these days of those two astronauts saying, like, "Wait, we're all in a meta era." Always have been.
Yeah.
Far from just Sonic,
God.
babies.
Oh my God. Well, on the far left of the table, we have a literal embodiment of chaos who is due to be neutered next week. Channel Pup.
I thought I was neutered already. What is the law here?
No, it's look. They keep growing back. I'm sorry.
They just took one of them.
Wait, he's an agent of what?
Agent of Chaos.
I know a certain stranger of paradise who ain't gonna be very happy about that shit.
Past that, we have a man who's more obsessed with green than anyone else I know, Nick.
Yeah, it's a very basic like, but it's mine.
You made him sound like the biggest capitalist on the planet, not gonna lie. Or stoner.
One of the two.
Or like I
of the
could
two.
be really into nature or some shit. I don't know.
Wallace,
Yeah,
you gotta
he
take
could
down
just
a
be
secret
hippie, Nick.
Why am I
guess it
none of
could
these
be.
things? I just like the color, like a fucking 5-year-old.
I bought a fucking bagel for you.
You did. Thank you. How was it?
I haven't eaten it yet. I haven't been on camera.
Oh my God, we're actually going through
I
with
told
this.
you, in the middle of a hailstorm, I bought this bagel.
I can't
I'm going
believe-
through to the end.
Of all of us here, I never expected Wallace to be the first of us to start doing mukbang.
Well, I guess we might as well introduce him. Wayne is king of mukbang. To
Wayne
my,
Avocado.
how are you doing?
There's a bagel with green cream cheese in my freezer.
And it happened because it just screamed in our chat, "Wayne, go buy cream cheese!" and then send it to me. And he did that without me realizing maybe we shouldn't send cream cheese across the country.
Goddamn fool.
But
He actually found IRL Nick Mills. That's all that happened.
Now, green cheese is just Nick Smeg.
I'm not
no.
going to be able to unsee that while I'm eating it. Thanks a lot.
I ruined your sandwich, Wallace.
Wayne begins his days with the bagel game.
So just as we've always done, that's not entirely true, but as we're doing currently, we do appreciate all the super chats we're seeing currently. We are waiting till the end of the show before we get to them so we can give you the proper time to discuss them without interrupting whatever insane nonsense we have going on here. So, do you guys actually want to talk about what we're supposed to talk about today?
Ideally, yeah.
This is the last week before Sonic 2
It
comes
is.
out.
It is.
Is it?
So-
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Not in America. In America, it comes out on the 8th of April, which
Correct.
Yeah,
would
we're about
be
2 weeks out
in
in the
3
US.
weeks' time. However, in the
Oh.
UK, it is now 2 weeks until Sonic Movie 2 comes out.
Avoiding spoilers is going to be a bitch.
I don't think there's going to be much to spoil. Sonic wins the end.
Well,
mean,
I'm
yeah,
sure
but
there'll be
that's like-
stuff in there.
That's like saying any movie that has an antagonist and a protagonist. The protagonist wins! Aha!
Oh, yeah, explain that to Infinity War then, fuckface. Yeah, not so smart after all, are we, Suris?
Did you
But
just
anyways,
spoil
there
Infinity
could
War?
be some surprises along the way for sure. Like I don't know, maybe fucking Big the Cat shows up or something. You know, that could
I
be a
really
spoiler.
want to see Metal Sonic. It's not going to happen, but I would feel very validated.
I think
What
it's
if we saw
possible.
Metal Big the Cat?
It's just
That would be
it's just
raw.
the giant swinging ball at the end of
What
Eggman's
if we
chain.
saw? What if we saw arguably the most notable of Sonic's Robo counterparts, Cybonic from the Sonic Boom TV series? Definitely is a sore spot among two friends at this table here.
No, definitely won't be talking about it in the upcoming week. Definitely nothing I'm mad about.
Definitely didn't kind of miscalculate that one. Huh?
Well,
Boy, that sounds like a plug.
it certainly
it's more
is.
a piece of foreshadowing. It's like the after credits kind of thing. You know, we're setting up a new installment.
I might have
We
a.
were doing the Sunset City Cinematic Universe today.
Well, anyway,
Have
let's get
guys?
back on track here. There are a few things we actually do need to talk about in terms of Sonic news. I think our main topic is going to be the trailer itself. And as I'm seeing in the chat, I've not seen these yet. I'm actually going to look these up, but I guess they finally revealed the covers for Sonic issue 50 for IDW.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks cool.
I'm going to go take a look at that. That's a big deal because obviously our 50th episode is coming up fairly soon. And
It would be cool if we could do a video about the IDW comics, but
It
everybody will have had to have read
sure
them.
would. It really and truly would.
If I listen, man, if I had some form of, I don't know, illiteracy or something that I couldn't help, you guys be really discriminating here. And I'm not saying I
we
do.
really
I don't,
would
but,
if you
like,
did.
You gotta, be on the lookout for that, man. You can't just assume.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Man,
Look, man, I'm
these
trying
are.
to make the world a better, more tolerant place.
This
for
is
us, okay.
bold, man. I'm really
The one
enjoying
with the-
Surge.
Talking about the one with Starline in the background.
Yeah, it says to celebrate this issue features 2 Sonics and 2 Tails. Wait, one of them is green.
Oh my god, that is deliberate.
Have you been reading Imposter Syndrome?
Have I been reading Imposter Syndrome? Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
like that latest
Okay,
issue,
yes.
they do kind of there's just a meta narrative going on about being a copy
Meta.
of Sonic.
Oh
And
my
it's
god, meta.
yeah, that's what that word is used for actually.
Oh my god.
I'm just
God, oh, fuck.
really, really interested to analyze these characters because it is fascinating how Ian has kind of spun that into a character arc. I think it's really
God,
interesting.
just throbbing.
I'm not gonna lie. I think not to spoil anything for anybody else, but I think my favorite part so far has been seeing the few times that Surge has kind of had a moment of realization, and every single time it just has to get reset back.
Yeah, and we've gotten a little bit more of her backstory in the last issue, which I was surprised because usually IDW Sonic goes pretty slow. They write it for the sake of graphic novels more than actual issue by issue, and it does you do feel that stretchiness on occasion, but yeah, the latest
Right,
issue was a
so-
lot of fun.
Listen here, you butt plugs. You'll be pleased to know I have just now purchased off of Amazon Sonic the Hedgehog, the IDW Collection Volume 1. Okay?
Yeah!
I will read it.
Congratulations, you can get the Metal Sonic Saga.
It's 272 pages, so I don't know if that's going to include all of the Metal Virus
I
saga.
think
It
That
will
includes-
include
Dude, that's
none of
just the
it.
first 4 issues.
No, that's not 272.
Oh,
No,
is it not?
it's-
Okay, I'm
that's
thinking of a
60
different
pages.
collection then.
Yeah,
It's pretty much the entire Angel Island arc.
yeah.
Oh, okay, thank God. Well, then you've got more than I do on hard print.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a major collection. I don't know what it includes.
8
It's got
issues.
Tangle the Lemur and Whisper the Wolf in it. Collects the first 12 issues from volumes 1
never
to
mind.
3.
There you go.
Yep.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
Okay.
All
right.
outside
Maybe
of
I'll
that,
buy volume 2 if you're good.
oh my god. So yeah, outside of that, we also have a McDonald's commercial, I think, from Indonesia.
Yeah.
Pup, did you have any thoughts on it? or-
I bought volume 2 as well.
oh my god. Well, I hope you enjoy
Man.
it.
I don't
It's
even know
on
if I'm going
the-
to like this. No, I think I'm going to like it.
It's on the same level as the Pakistan McDonald's toy commercial
No,
from
it's
back in
not.
the day, but
No, it's not.
no,
Shut the fuck
I
up.
said it's not on the same level. That's a level of quality that's hard to reach.
Oh, okay. I did love that though. That was a meme. So yeah, Nick, I'm guessing there's a reason why you've asked for my opinion on this first because we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, something I was saying about this ad is that, like when you think about it, Tails is like a prodigy. He's young, he's very, very talented, and he's like, he can build things, he's practical, he's got all the skills in the world, he's a genius. And the fact that he's working at McDonald's is, I think, the best allegory for our economy right now.
This is amazing. See, I was just going to comment on how the beginning of it made it seem like it was actually Crab Rave and not Sonic, but...
Wait, what?
Have you never seen Crab Rave?
No, what the fuck is that?
The little crabs.
It's the meme with a bunch of crabs on a beach and they're all dancing or whatever, and it usually has a piece of text that's like, God is dead or something. I don't know.
I haven't seen that version. I've just seen the crabs.
And it's a whole music piece too. But the beginning of the McDonald's advertisement, it's the crab bots on a beach, and it looks like it's just a fucking Crab Rave parody. And then you start hearing actual like Sonic sound effects start, and you're like, oh, okay, it's not Crab Rave, it's Sonic the McDonald's disappointment.
Silence, Redditor.
Oh, I'm not seeing that on the video. On the video I'm seeing, they don't have the crabs at the start. It just starts with Tails holding a McDonald's meal out the window.
Yeah.
Oh, well, freaking here.
Oh yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah, it's 27 seconds, so it shouldn't interrupt like too terribly much from everything else. But I just the very first bit I saw for that was just like, this isn't Sonic.
Sir,
Oh
that's
my
the
God.
intro of the YouTuber. That's not part of the advert, you fucking imbecile. Why would the advert start by saying super adaptive? You know? Oh wait, no, super Japan.
Super Japanime.
Yeah, why would a McDonald's advert open by saying super Japanime? You fucking moron.
God damn.
You're so goddamn stupid. You're supposed to be the intelligent one.
Nope, not today. I got 3 brain cells and they're working overtime just to keep me breathing.
God damn it, Cirrus.
I'm excited for McDonald's tie-ins.
I am too. I'm like, on the one hand, I'm excited to actually own the physical toys themselves, because they're just neat to put on display. On the other hand, I'm also happy because I remember the last time that we had a lot of Sonic tie-ins everywhere. That was when Sonic Heroes released. That was when Sonic X was coming out. That was when, like, it was like that whole like Sonic Renaissance on the GameCube and PS2 and Xbox.
Damn it, Crab Rave.
Shut up, pup. So seeing all this now, I don't know if it's going to be the same scale and scope as what we had back then, but it really felt, at least at that point, that Sonic kind of touched every type of media, and that's what they seem to be going for, at least in broad strokes right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that's the case, because it's not that I want Sonic in everything, it's that I want Sonic in everything.
This feels to me like we are finally getting to the peak Sonic stuff that they wanted him to be in the 90s, where, yeah, he did have a little bit of time there where he was on top of the world. Didn't last super long, but I mean, at some point, these kid franchises get to the point where they get their movie and they get a whole bunch of tie-ins with everything, and you can't look anywhere without seeing them. Sonic was a big deal on the Genesis and for gaming for a little while there, but there wasn't a whole lot of merch back in the 90s. And, you know, back when he was at his peak popularity, we didn't have a movie.
It feels good to have Sonic in every crevice.
And it feels like, God damn it, this
Every opening.
This movie feels like it's and I know a lot of this is nostalgia going along in here, but it's finally taken that lore and all these beloved characters, embracing all the stuff that we loved in the old games, and put it into a movie format, which probably would have done much better back when those games were actually out. But I do appreciate that we're finally at this point, because we certainly wouldn't have had a Sonic that looks as good as this one back then.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also worth noting that while the first Sonic movie was a very Alvin and the Chipmunk style ordeal, this one is looking like it's taking a lot of what Sonic is much more seriously.
Yeah.
And as a result, we're getting, I mean, just in general, like we've got the IDW comic running, so we've got a version of Sonic that's written fairly seriously. I mean, it's still written with Roger Craig Smith in mind, but it's still it's written well at the very least, and for the most part consistently well. Things with Shadow notwithstanding. We've got Sonic and Tails as VTubers, which is certainly interesting. I have thoughts on both.
A Tails tube? Well, we still have Tails channel. Tails
have
channel
thoughts.
works with their PR. What the fuck?
I mean, it's just Tails Tube. It's not actually called Tails Channel, is it?
It's called Tails Channel.
No
That's
way.
It's called Tails Tube, I thought.
I thought it was called Tails Tube.
Is it?
No, it's Tails Tube.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called Tails Tube.
Yeah, fucking. It's
There you
not Tails Channel. It's Tails Tube.
Okay, no, you're right. I just saw the teaser. I just looked at the teaser again. But the only thing I will say, I am not a huge fan of the way that they've done the VTuber model for this. It looks very flat. But maybe that's...
Nice.
I think maybe it's just like because I'm in the VTuber community, so I see thousands of these every day.
This thing needs jiggly tits.
No, it doesn't. Tails just... Okay, look, I've read enough stories where Tails does have that, and he doesn't need them.
Oh, you've read them, have you? I had a feeling you might. You read
As
the whole thing, didn't
As
you? Not
have
just those
you.
things. Yeah, I have.
We can be
God
honest
damn it.
with each other here.
Yeah,
God
we're
damn
good
it.
friends. We're close friends who love each other very much, sitting 6 feet apart because we're not gay.
Mhm.
For crying out loud.
Oh my god!
Can't wait until you come to the States so we can actually live that joke out.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Do you have a hot tub, Doris?
I'm just
don't have a hot
imagining
tub.
Cirrus and Pup like like sleeping on a futon together. Just Pup, you know we sleep ass to ass.
It's got to be
They-
tip to toe.
I'm sorry, Pup. Like, before we get done with our thing, you're watching Sunny with us.
I keep forgetting. I keep
don't-
making references to that freaking series.
Yeah,
You know what I find so funny is, and this is for the chat to hear. When we're off the air as well, these guys are like, Pup, we're gonna show you It's Always Sunny. You better watch it with us. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then they never show me it, and it happens all the fucking time. They're like, Pup, you are so gonna watch It's Always Sunny. I'm like, yeah, I'm game for it. I can't wait. Pup, you gotta watch it with us this time. I was like, yeah, okay, put it on. Come on, let's
To
watch
be
it.
fair, the other
We've
night
never
we were
had a
talking about
situation
it, and
where
I
we're
was-
like that.
Yes, we have.
Absolutely
did just
never
it
have.
We pretty much just had it the other night where we were like, hey, let's do this before Wayne jumps on his PS1 stream. And then we just kind of like never
Pup then
heard
just
back.
wasn't there until like
I was there. Oh wait, no, I wasn't.
No, you weren't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, even so, like, here's the thing: I've got a lot of different commitments with a lot of different friends, and I have to
For God's
make
sakes,
time
this
for
again.
everyone.
This again.
Oh, did you really just pull the whole I'm a very important guy with places to be?
I cannot
I
read
know.
Sonic comics.
I mean, the truth is the truth. What can I say? I'm something of a social butterfly, but I still can't get laid. Oh, oh,
Laugh through the pain. It's okay. It's okay.
oh.
so
Stop doing
Sonic's
impressions of me. Shut up.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So
Ooh, okay.
we have our final trailer for Sonic, and by this, well, not by this time next week, but very soon we're gonna all be sitting in the theater watching it. Pup will be the first of us. So yeah, April 1st. Are you gonna be going April 1st, or do you guys have like an early showing?
I'm gonna be going April 1st if the PR team don't get back to me.
Oh my god, I wish I'd reached out to somebody. I really did.
Honestly, it's the Facebook page that does it. I had a buddy that got to go to an early screener, and I remember like last time Sonic Movie 1 came out, I was like, oh, I could be the first to get a review out by just talking to my buddy that's seen it.
I was so
on, like, a
bitter,
video.
man. I was so bitter. This past week, we got to see Robotnik wearing my goddamn colors. And I was like, on Twitter, it's like, Robotnik stole my drip and I still can't get an early screening. Like, what the fuck is this?
I'm not gonna lie, his outfit is very similar.
Very similar.
It's mainly just those two like green lines going across the chest. I was like, Yeah, that's very it.
Nick,
It's
if we ever go to
literally-
a convention together, you're doing a Robotnik cosplay.
Oh, dude, I'm doing this for Halloween. Are you kidding me?
He's doing it. He's doing it already. But like, we just fucking.
I've already drawn it. I'm going to get it colored. I'm putting that online.
Yeah, but get ready because Nick, in the future, your comment section with all the newcomers from movie 2 are gonna be like, "Oh, hey, bro, it's cool you dressed your character up as Dr. Robotnik and his chaos."
You know what? I'll take that. I will take that over Ben 10 any goddamn day. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, why do you dress like a 10-year-old?
I gotta get you. We gotta get you either the goggles or those like round sunglasses.
And
Oh,
a
yeah.
mustache. And a mustache, but
I already got a
facial hair
I
because
gotta
you're
go-
prepubescent.
I've got a bigger beard
beard.
than any of us. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I'm projecting.
Oh my
okay?
god.
Okay, so
I'm talking to the mirror right now, buddy.
God,
Why
yeah.
don't you grow a mustache, man?
Wayne, what are you doing on the day that that the movie releases? Do you have work that day?
So it comes out in the States on the 8th. I did already reserve my ticket to go see it on the 7th.
I'm going to be debating liberals online while Sonic Movie 2 comes out.
I hate you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm seeing it on Wednesday. I already have my ticket for it. I am also going to try to get a second ticket to go with some friends to go see it on Thursday as well.
Okay.
But we'll see if that actually works out because I am working Thursday and the showings that they had for that weren't really convenient for me, but I was able to get one ticket for Wednesday. I guess it's some kind of fan event. And I will go see it a day early. I'm excited.
I
Guess I'll be seeing it the day of with Raz as a date, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
what's the day of? Are you seeing it Thursday?
On the 8th, yeah.
That's not on the 8th. That's a Friday.
Sure. Is the Friday? Well, fuck it, Friday then. Whatever.
But
It's fine.
we talked off air that we were gonna all see it before Friday, so we could talk about it that day.
Hold on.
Oh no, Mommy and Daddy are fighting again.
Oh my god.
Well, put up your fucking fists, Nick. Let's go.
It's okay. I'll record the movie and show it to Sir. I can't do that.
That's illegal.
I can't joke about that on live.
That's illegal, Wallace.
Look, piracy
It
is not
is.
ethical here.
I mean, not if it's the Sonic movie, but if it's something like, I don't know, fucking something shit, then okay, it's always okay to pirate.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, we'll figure that out off air, but we should actually talk about the trailer itself here. I take it we've all seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did also see like another little teaser on Twitter the other day that had like an extra little piece of dialogue I thought was interesting.
Oh?
It's just kind of showing off like Knuckles and Sonic just going at it, and then we hear something about Tails saying, like two civilizations of heroes that have been battling for centuries, and I'm like, oh,
The thing
where are
is,
we going with this?
everyone that uploaded that got a copyright strike.
Well, now
Jesus.
it's just being promoted on Twitter.
And now you just fucking quoted it.
And?
Well, that's because now it's on Twitter.
You will be responsible for our channel's impending euthanasia, and they got enough kids down there already.
What?
Oh, that took me a second.
Yep. But I don't know. I will say this about the trailer. This has probably been my favorite trailer they've released so far.
Oh, really? I way preferred the first one.
I like, so this one focused very heavily on character interactions that we didn't see in some of the other trailers, and I'm gonna be honest, I enjoyed seeing more of the set pieces for the we'll just call it what it is, the ice cap zone fight. I enjoyed seeing those set pieces the way that we saw in the trailer. I really liked seeing floating Robotnik with his fingers of lightning. We'll just call it Robotnik Palpatine. Just popping out. Like I enjoy seeing that. We got to see more stuff with GUN, with Gun. I think my favorite thing though was probably the JoJo fight at the end of the trailer, where Sonic is just dodging 1,000 punches from Knuckles. Like, wow, for a guy called Knuckles, you really suck at punching.
I actually did see somebody add in the Star Platinum, like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh
Oh,
no.
nice.
Yeah.
The thing is, I had a buddy of mine that pointed out that that's a lot like a scene in Sonic X.
Yeah, I mean that's literally the Knuckles
Actually-
punching gif from
Yeah.
Sonic X.
Wait, in Sonic Adventure, when Knuckles is digging, doesn't he also say that?
Yeah,
Yep.
it does.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Wait.
Oh shit,
I
is that
wonder
a
if he-
JoJo reference?
Oh, JoJo, fucking JoJo. Yeah. I'm wondering if, you know, what would be a really funny callback is if during that Ice Cat battle, they just straight up play that song from the Jetsons.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
They just start
That'd be a
playing
baller
Hard
move.
Times.
That'd be a baller move. I didn't like seeing
Yeah.
as much as we did in this trailer, man. I was really kind of pissed that I know exactly how the ice cap thing starts and ends. I don't like that.
Yeah, there's a little too much shown there. I gotta be honest, as much as I kind of wish I hadn't seen it before seeing it in the theater. Fucking hell, the Death Egg robot.
Oh yeah. Dude, the scale of that thing is amazing.
Is that called a death egg robot though?
Probably not, but it's like it's kind of
Yeah.
it's you know
It's-
what purpose it's kind of filling it, what it's inspired by, I guess.
Yeah, I do kind of hope that whether they call it that or not, man, use the theme from the game. I want to hear more of like the music from the games, like reorganized into like a film orchestra. I mean, Eggman's theme from Sonic 2 is perfect for that. The Death Egg Robots theme from Sonic 2 is perfect for that.
I wouldn't expect that if I were you, man, because like they
Well-
didn't do it the first time around.
They didn't do it the first time.
They leaned in so much more heavily into the game stuff this time, though.
We'll have
They-
to
they
see, but,
are-
like,
Yeah, but my thing is just that it's like, so one of my favorite things about the first trailer, and part of the reason I actually prefer it, is because they actually did reincorporate the Emerald Hill Zone theme into the score, and it sounded awesome. It sounded like it fit that tone perfectly. I'm like, man, I'm hoping that this is not just something they did for the trailer, kind of like we had for like one of the Sonic 1 movie trailer, but I would love that for these movies because, again, and we've talked about it before, and I'm only seeing this more and more the more I'm playing Sonic CD this past week. God, the music is important to this franchise, and it's like if you're going to be doing such a good job portraying all these other aspects, do the music too.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%.
So I'm not saying they will do it. I'm saying it's a missed opportunity if they don't.
I was thinking about this robot a lot. I've been very curious as to where it shows up from, and I'm wondering if that tornado is Robotnik using his emerald powers to just build the robot on the fly.
That would be
terribly. It's like in that cyclone that we keep seeing in the trailers.
I mean, yeah, it's got to be something, right?
Well, we see it at that tornado is also picking up a bunch of like scrap metal. It's picking up trucks and shit. And maybe you're onto something. Maybe that's like all those things come together and he just creates this giant ass robot. I think that'd be a kind of clever way of incorporating that in there.
I also I will say this. It seems like the humans in this film are taking a lot more of a back seat.
oh yeah,
Not just like they're getting less screen time, but also they're being used for comedy more. Instead of like Sonic's a fish out of water in a human world, it feels very much like the humans are going, okay, no, something's wrong with us. a lot more in this film. And I'm not gonna lie, I really do appreciate that because maybe I'm still burned by like Chris Thorndike stuff, but I'm just not here for them. I'm
no
really
one's
not.
here for them. Like,
I won't lie. I like James Marsden's character, Tom. I
Same.
like him, and I like his chemistry with Sonic in the first movie, but I don't really need much more of him for this movie. I think if they want to use him kind of sparingly, I'm down for that. But as much as I enjoy the actor, like the humans I care about are Eggman and Agent Stone.
Yep.
Agent Stone is probably the best. I agree with a thing that was posted. I'm pretty sure it was you, Pup. The Orbot and Cubot versus Agent Stone. I think I'll take Agent Stone any day.
that was me that posted that.
Yeah, I said that in a podcast once too, where it's just like, man, he's one of my favorite henchmen.
He hasn't
Everyone
even done
loved
that
him.
much, but like I think Lee just makes me love him more.
I think
I
yeah,
think
Lee
that's what it is.
Mahood, or however it's pronounced. Like, I think he's really done a lot for that character. Like,
I mean, just
think
his
a lot of
poster
people-
alone. Oh my god.
You know, it's going to be really sad when eventually Eggman just like kind of turns on him and turns him into one of his first like human robot hybrid experiments. Can't wait to see that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure you're definitely going to see that. Sure
yeah, that's definitely going to happen in a fun kids movie.
I want his first name to be Snively. I really want his first name to be Snively.
Snively Stone.
Yeah, dude.
That's great.
That would be. Okay, so that would be a fun callback, but I don't know if I want that. That feels very random cop calls himself Robin at the end of the third Batman film.
Dude, at this point, I will take any kind of reference to the old American stuff. I do not give a shit.
I mean, I can accept it a lot more in a fucking Sonic movie than than a Batman film that's trying really hard to take itself seriously.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
I've made a mistake. I'm gonna post it to the Discord chat, but I want you guys to all look at my newest masterpiece. I tried to Photoshop Nick into Robotnik, but got carried away and just made Smooth Nick instead.
Oh no! Oh god!
Give him the mustache. Give him a green mustache.
Oh no!
Wow, your head really does transform into an egg rather well.
I just want to be clean, pure. I just want to be pure. We're watching Sunny after this.
I call this masterpiece Smooth Nick, and you'll all be seeing it on the Sunset City Twitter soon.
Smooth Nick.
You got to spell it without the C though. So Smooth Nick, like Bad Nick.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
But it would be funny.
Oh, it looks like I have furry teeth, man.
joke.
It's so gross.
Huh? What?
It looks like I'm just eating grass.
I'm not gonna lie though.
You still got pain in your teeth, yeah.
The best part about this is that I know exactly which artists in our chat are going to be posting Smooth Nick.
No, no.
Well, I've posted it on Sunset
did,
City, so you guys can all check it out.
Did you guys notice what the name of Stone's Cafe is in
Yes,
in the trailer?
we noticed since the first screenshots. We've seen it.
We've known
I was
Oh, cheese wing.
Machine.
Yeah.
that was new to me. I wasn't paying that much attention to the background details.
I like the idea that they build like a secret lair under that, and it's literally Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. That's just the name of their lair.
That'd be adorable.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if there's just a throwaway scene with Stone down there playing Puyo Puyo?
Oh my god, I want that.
They have references to Splash Hill even on the side of a truck. Like there's
Really?
there's a lot of stuff in this movie.
Oh hell yeah! Sonic 4 representation, my favorite.
And that new music video that has basically a shadow pod at the start of it, if I remember right.
There's a music
Well,
video?
that's your post-credit scene.
Yeah, basically. The what you call it? Yeah, this the new new music video that basically sounds like somebody's watching me.
Oh, okay. I like the idea that it ends. You don't see who the character is. You just see like a sort of a blurred in the foreground black figure, and it just goes, "Nice cock, bro."
See, your cock is as big as mine.
Why do you always sound like Solid Snake?
Colonel. See, your cock
Otacon. Liquid's supposed to be the genetically deficient clone. Why is
That's
this cock
why they-
bigger than mine?
For some
What
unknown
is
reason,
happening?
they can't call him Shadow, and they call him Liquid Sonic.
You just see Sonic like Sonic is all old in the next movie with no explanation. And he's just Liquid.
Fox eye. Liquid, why do you have a British accent? That makes no sense.
Can you imagine if they actually? Okay, so in a hypothetical world, this will never happen, but they do the fucking Liquid Sonic thing, which again will never fucking happen.
Of course,
and then
that wouldn't make any fucking sense.
And then fucking Chaos shows up, and there's a joke about that being the real Liquid Sonic.
Oh, sorry for the noise there, guys. I was putting on the trailer just in case I missed any scenes there.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, you guys didn't. The audience will, since I'm sharing desktop audio with them.
Oh, right.
So it's going to be
By
a
the way,
quick, terrible
Wallace, I've
shot.
decided
Pop, you chode.
to leave the fate of your name in the hands of our audience.
No,
I'm
you're
hoping-
all traitors, all
I'm
of you.
hoping that they will all vote. Well, insulting them is not going to help, is it? I'm hoping that they'll all, pick the right choice. Right now, so far, there's more wrong than right. No, now it's improved.
I hate you so much. I hate you. I hate you so goddamn much. All of my friends are calling me fucking Wallace now. It's driving me insane.
That's okay. Whenever I go up to the card shop and I'm like, well, I can't afford that right now, somebody always chimes up like, oh, has Pup not paid you yet?
Or, what was that? What was that one the other day?
Oh yeah, fucking a friend of mine at the card shop was like, he was talking about our Fortnite episodes, and he was like, I was watching yesterday, and it was what was the guy's name? The Bottom. I was like, oh, you mean Wayne? He's like, yeah, Wayne.
Bottom.
God damn. God damn.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wayne.
Okay. Oh god, one of these super chats is gonna be great. But yeah, let's get back to the trailer here.
Dragon's willing to compromise and call you whaleless.
No.
The only thing he's a whale for is the Digimon card game, guys.
Well, I do enjoy those pieces of cardboard for a game I'll never play, but I sure do like looking at.
I'm so proud of this community so far.
I'm very confused. I'm looking at the trailer. I'm looking at little screenshots there. So it starts off at that wedding scene. Who's the it's not the bride, the groom. The groom, he looks familiar.
He's not been introduced yet.
Yeah, they showed a poster for him, which I think is funny because he's probably going to be in all of 2 scenes.
But he's an actor I've seen before.
I don't pay that much attention to actors, to be perfectly honest.
I'm with you, Wallace.
Well, you're all useless to me then. All right.
You almost said it correctly.
You had to stop himself and say it incorrectly.
That's incorrectly according to democracy.
Well, then Tom's answering his phone, and he has a picture of Sonic with his hat on, like from the first movie, that one scene.
That's cute.
Where the fuck did that picture come from?
Like the Green Hill ringtone.
The picture is supposed to be when in the first movie when they went to the rubber band ball.
Yeah, but no, we know that. He's just saying
he wasn't wearing the hat then, though.
He was wearing the hat. When he comes back from the rubber band ball, he's got the hat on.
Yeah.
But basically, they've got their fake taxi camera crew in the car, and that's how they got the picture of Sonic.
Wait,
yeah, that's actually, no, you're right. Canonically, there's no reason he should have that picture.
Right.
Dash cam. Literal dash cam. And he's Sonic, so it makes sense for him to have a dash cam.
Was there a dash cam in the movie?
I mean, he's a police officer. Of course he's got a dash cam. He is a police
officer.
Did you know what a dash cam is?
Has turned off. But yeah, that shoots outside. I'm sorry.
Unless he's planning on doing some riding while he's driving.
He only has to turn the dash cam off when he has to violently beat Tails.
Green Eggman and ham.
I think we might be overthinking this one specifically.
Oh.
Well, obviously we're just having fun.
Outside the car, not inside.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could have recreated that face somewhere, but I was the first thing I noticed.
Well, he probably kept the hat. Maybe they took it at the hotel room while they were.
There's just another image of him somewhere where they did that. Maybe they went back and went to the. Oh my god, that's what the second movie should have fucking been. It should have been Sonic and Tom go back to the world's largest rubber band ball.
It kind of reminds me of that thing that happens in a lot of movies where like there's security cam footage, but instead of actually making it look like security cam footage, they just
reuse footage from the film.
You mean like in Batman and Robin?
And they just reuse footage from the actual film.
Yeah.
Well, you see, the world's largest rubber band ball is going to be Dr. Robotnik's inspiration for the Death Egg, and then it rises up into the air like an elastic band.
So then we have Sonic going down the snowy hill.
Going down.
Oh yeah. Green Hill's looking a lot more like Cumhill right now.
Holding an incapacitated Tails.
Yep.
I don't like
He's holding Tails' ass.
I do like, did you, because some people were pointing this out, that they actually altered him slightly from the first trailer. Tails, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a backpack now.
He's so cute. I love him.
It seems like a good way to hold his the device he's had since Sonic Colors. Like, or actually, no, he's had it since Sonic Unleashed. Just like a way for him to have that without having to physically carry it, but not like shove it in his butt like a cartoon character when it goes away.
They could have just given him those adorable like cartoon animal pockets, you know.
There's a .exe reference?
Is there?
I don't think so.
According to Aiden F.
Well, I'm slowly looking through this stuff. And, Pup, we noticed something while we were watching Sonic Boom the other day. You did point out something about some of the Eggman mechs.
Oh, right, yeah, that the flying eggs from Sonic Movie 1 look a lot like some of the badniks from Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
Huh.
I actually like what they did with those. I remember watching the movie the first time and not being super into the drones, and then when Sonic refers to them as eggs and then comes up with the Eggman name, I was like, oh, that's brilliant. Okay, I get it.
I like that they're introducing more, like, you know, the Eggman robots in the new one, though, like that we're seeing the Buzz Bombers, for example.
I do like the Buzz Bombers.
Yeah.
I would prefer to see them in the actual color scheme from the games, but I also get why like keeping them in the, you know, the kind of Apple product aesthetic, it probably works best here.
I mean, I'm surprised that the Death Egg robot, if, you know, obviously it's probably not good called that, but like,
Well, that's when he gets like, that's
he-
him getting like super high on power, and I'm just like, maybe that's the turning point where we start seeing him embracing that more.
I'd say like he uses that term and then calls it the Eggman bot, something like that, the Eggman mech. And just say, here's your Eggman, you bitch.
the big boy.
Yeah,
The big boy.
Egg bot.
Egg mech.
I want him to lean into Eggman.
I want a mixture. I like Robotnik.
It made me really happy when
yeah.
at the start of the trailer, Sonic was going, Robotnik is back and stuff. I was like, oh man, it's so cool to hear him being called Robotnik.
I feel strange because it's like I grew up with Robotnik because, you know, Sonic Adventure 1 and everything, but I've always kind of preferred Eggman. I don't know.
I've always
I like them both, but
You're
I've
a
always thought it
bitch.
makes sense for Sonic to call him Eggman as like an insult or a nickname. It
Well, that's
doesn't
what-
make
yeah.
sense. It doesn't make sense to me for Robotnik to call himself that, though.
No, it doesn't either.
I like that. Well, I like that he kind of embraced it. There was always this sort of like weird camaraderie mixed with the rivalry between the two of them.
Oh yeah, he's such a good sport, but I think that's kind of silly. Robotnik does not come off as a good sport.
Yeah, I feel like he can in some regard. Again, IDW comics are the things that have probably most changed my perception of that character. Seriously, like the way they've written just about everybody, and that is so fucking good. But I don't know. I like Robotnik just fine, but I want to hear Eggman a couple more times.
I liked the late Archie way of doing things where Eggman was an established thing that people called him, but the more serious characters, while talking about war and everything, called him Robotnik. Like most of the Freedom Fighters still talked about him as Robotnik, and then Sonic, yeah, to his face, just called him Eggman most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm also just grateful that we are at least getting one piece of Sonic media where we're actually hearing the name Dr. Robotnik, so I'd be a little disappointed if it went away for good.
I mean, I have
would
a figure
definitely, yeah.
that says Robotnik. I just have that now. Like that, the movie figures, it says Robotnik. It's just really cool.
It is so cool to see that in use again.
And it's right next to another figure that says Dr. Eggman on it. It's what a time to be alive.
It is kind of great. I'm excited to see like where they keep shifting things, because it's like that one like mid-credit scene in the first movie where we saw him like shaving his head and shit, and he's just kind of cracking like an egg. That was kind of where we got to see like the shift in the way that these movies were going to start presenting themselves, and you could feel like they were testing the waters with the first movie to see like how far they could go, and then just seeing how much everybody loved the way that they were embracing some of those elements. They're just dialing it up to 11 here, and I'm excited to see where they go next with this one. Like again, give me more badniks, give me more like I love that. I love the wheel bug. What are those called? Moto bugs. Yeah, I love Moto Bugs. They're like my favorite badnik, and I really want to see one.
I think if this one is really well received, I think we'll see Shadow in the future. If it's not so well received, I think they'll keep it more to the classics.
I don't disagree with that. I think especially because it's easier to market parts of this to like adult audiences. Like I think of the average like 40-year-old customer that's coming into my store. He's gonna recognize that poster of you know, replicating the Sonic 2 poster.
Which is a great poster, by the way.
It's so good.
Goddamn,
I
dude.
like that. It's almost a blend of both versions of that too. Like the original teaser for that poster, with Tails kind of like his back facing the camera, but they kind of like, I don't know.
It looks so cool. Their positioning is so rad, man. It's so goddamn good.
Great. I love that they're like Tails has the nice little confidence in him at a lot of moments in the marketing and in the trailers and stuff. Like he's just got that face too. I love that boy so much. I can't wait to see like more of Tails. I was that one asshole in the theater when I saw the first movie. When Tails popped out of that warp ring, I was screaming. I was like, yeah!
Oh boy, a grown adult screaming in his seat over Tails.
To be fair,
What
it was
the
all
fuck next.
There weren't very many people in there, and I was not the only one.
That was your
applauding.
little Pee Wee Herman moment, was it, Wallace?
I was so fucking happy.
P. Wallace Herman. Anyways, the poll's over now, and they have decided on your name. Your fate is sealed. You are now Wallace. Anyways, I remember actually hearing the kids behind me gasping about seeing Tails and stuff. I was like, well, that's nice. People still care about Tails.
Yeah, man. That's good shit. I
also fuck democracy. This is a dictatorship now.
No, it's not. You're fascist.
So, I don't know, I'm just still looking at the trailer while you guys were rambling like lunatics here.
I'm so proud.
Some of the CG is a little on occasion.
Like the Knuckles grabbing Agent Stone's hand looks.
Yeah.
You can see that the Knuckles hand is like kind of hovering over Stone's butt.
It looks like a PNG over him, yeah.
To be fair, like it's not really any worse than like the Marvel head problem, where like the CGI suits when they've got their masks off look like they got floating heads.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this in the group chat earlier this week because I saw that and I thought it looked bad, but I just kind of brushed it off. I was just like, it's there for like half a second, and the dialogue I feel is more important than that one key visual. So I'm just like, it's whatever. You had like one spotty shot of CG. So did Avengers Infinity War with fucking Thanos's fingers clipping through his gauntlet. Like it happens. But then it's just like I saw people trying to come up with canonical reasons to try to explain it, and I'm just like, guys,
Knuckles is a PNG in universe.
Yeah, it was just like y'all are trying way too hard to just like not for there to just not be a flaw here. It's okay.
The bottom line is, it's a big tentpole blockbuster movie that's aimed at families. Certain things are going to get overlooked in that process. This is not going to be like a fucking Martin Scorsese's Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's in a trailer. It could have been tweaked later on, and it's just like, and even if it doesn't, is it really that big of a deal? It's like we don't have to try to come up with excuses to defend it, but we also don't have to treat it like it's an actual problem.
Yeah, just something we've noticed.
It's trivial.
Yeah,
it's something can be improved upon in the future, and hopefully it will, because as much as we want to admit it or not, it is incredible that Sonic in 2022 has a movie as big as this one, with this much marketing behind it and this much of the game itself in these stories, and with big names like Idris Elba, Jim Carrey, James Martin. Like, these are Marsden, my apologies, not James Martin. It is still kind of amazing that Sonic is still able to be this big right now. And I mean, depending on how the movie does, it will kind of dictate what happens to this movie franchise going forward. And if it does really, really well, I think it might dictate how they interpret some game characters going forward.
It makes me really happy as well, though, because like generally when video game tie movies get announced and stuff, there's usually a certain amount of like scoffage, sort of a certain amount of they never work kind of thing. And like even before we got that very first trailer with that first look at Ugly Sonic for the first film, there was still a certain amount of, it's a video game movie, how well is it going to work? Sonic the Hedgehog stories aren't always very good and stuff like that. And like, of course we had that first trailer. And it's weird to just think, we blinked one day, and now we're here with a movie with an amazing Sonic design, all these different characters from the games, all these different references, so unashamed of its source material. Mm-hmm. And not only that, it's respected. I'm not seeing people groaning, going, oh, it's it's a Sonic movie, it's a video game movie and stuff. No, people are genuinely anticipating this, both non-Sonic and Sonic fans, and that's such a special thing to me. Is that we've come such a long way from the inception of the first film through to now.
I was going to mention that because the Thursday showing that I'm trying to also book, the two friends that I have going with me are not like Sonic fans. I just asked them if they'd be interested in going along with me to go see it, and they're just like, yeah, it looked good. And so I'm just like, you got general people who don't really even give a shit about this franchise, who are just like, yeah, no, it looks like a fun movie, and I would definitely be down to go see that. Like, we did such a huge 180 on this, and I think it speaks to just what a strong franchise this is. It doesn't matter, like, how many things, you know, go wrong for this franchise. It doesn't matter how many times, like, he trips up. as long as the voice inside him says go, he's always going to keep on running. Sonic is forever endearing, and there's always going to be something people latch onto about him, and this is just proof of that.
You forgot one thing. I'm unstoppable.
I actually kind of like that line.
Like, I do too. It's adorable.
It's a Sonic line, like it's quintessentially Sonic.
Yeah.
I'm really thrilled about just this whole thing of like Sonic movies and the fact like even Sonic games get scoffed at a lot. So just to see that these movies are carrying such an amount of goodwill for this guy, it's just pleasing, you know? It just makes me happy.
I agree.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that I mean, Sonic Forces, I'm actually feeling I'm feeling more confident about, just because it feels like the mentality around the franchise.
You mean Frontiers?
What did I say? Did I say Forces?
You said Forces.
Yeah, you said the F word.
Oh. Yeah, no, I meant Frontiers. I'm feeling a lot more confident about Frontiers, mostly just because I'm seeing even Sega just kind of approaching everything with this franchise a little differently. And the fact that they're actually taking their time, they're shifting their resources to try to get in a writer who has not worked on a game before, but has worked on material that the fans have responded well to. You know, and I also think that's something to kind of go to show for it too, is that while some other people who have worked in similar material are very proud of their contributions to that franchise, and they should be, one thing that I can definitely say is that Ian Flynn has always done a better job of actually keeping it consistent with the tone and feeling of the Sonic franchise versus some other stuff just kind of feeling like it was going off in its own direction.
He is knowledgeable enough that I think he would at least push back on directives from Sonic Team. Just be like, well, this doesn't make an entire amount of sense. If anybody else listens to the Bumblecast, you know what I'm talking about. Like, he does, you know, listen to his fans. He does understand, like, yeah, the shadow scene in the Metal Virus wasn't the best.
He didn't want it to go that way.
Well, regardless, he could have handled it better, and he understands that, you know, like, he understands his limitations.
Another nice thing, though, is to know that people at Sega are aware of the problems that have aped previous Sonic games. Because have you ever seen, like, Aaron Webber's notes on the script for Sonic Forces?
Yeah, I didn't know if those were legit or not, though, is the only
thing. They're legit. And, like, yeah, like, he pointed out, like, Tails being afraid of chaos just doesn't make any sense and such. So it's kind of nice, it's kind of comforting. And you know, it's comforting to know that maybe Forces wasn't what anyone that was working on it really wanted it to be. Like, the main thing that always kind of scared me is, like, what if this is just the direction Sega wants to take now, you know? But, I mean, Frontiers, the fact is, one of the biggest problems with, like, games like Forces is, like, the linearity of it, how simple it is and stuff. And I don't think you're going to necessarily have that problem in an open world. It's just that open world needs to be big enough to support Sonic, and it needs to be fun as well.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to. We're getting back into the Frontier speculation, and until we actually see what's happening, I'm still going to be somewhat skeptical because the open world, definitely what I've been asking for. Ian Flynn, a lot of us have been asking for him. So yeah, I agree. I think the little things we do know so far are steps in the right direction, and I'm positive on that front. The things that have always worried me about Sonic Team specifically always boils down to game mechanics. So until, again, I see him move, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. And Jesus Christ, Cirrus, how much noise do you have to make by sitting down?
Wait, did it make that much noise when I just got in my chair?
Yes.
I
we can
think
hear
part of
like
it
the
was
sound
me.
of your
I was also
atmosphere as well.
I was also moving around. It might have also been me.
No, it was
like the
Cirrus.
sound of, like, the room,
We could.
ambience.
It just sounded like a door opened, and then there's this wave of air came in.
That's what happens when Cirrus farts in the next room and then opens the door.
Goodness gracious.
This is what happens when I have my time at the Mean Bean machine.
Oh,
Well, now that Cirrus is
I'm
back,
still your...
now Cirrus is back from his. I swear to God, it's like an episode long of your shits. Like you could do like a whole season of half-hour shits, and he
Cirrus
still
the
won't
fartist.
get a poo cam.
I think
This
you
son of a
need
bitch.
more fiber, buddy.
Poo cam's happening. Like we know that we're one day hoping to all meet in person and stuff. And if I am there in person, I will make poo cam happen.
So like, yeah, do you need more fiber? Because I did find. I found a perfect cereal for you, Cirrus.
Is it the cereal that sponsors you?
No, it's not, and I think we're done with that sponsorship. They're still really good though, because it's won't rot your teeth out. I just found this yesterday.
Try it today.
No, I found this while I was hanging out with my patrons over on Discord, and I'm just gonna see if I can find it again.
Hold on, Nick. Please tell me that during your Magic Spoon commercial, you at least mentioned having it with Nick milk.
I wanted to,
Yes.
but since it's
I
I'm
thought
getting
you did.
paid for it, no, I did not.
I thought you called it
Man.
milk.
No, I did not mention
Man,
Coward.
Fucking
you
coward.
I am
Coward.
I
Nick.
am much more liberal with how I operate when I have sponsorships. I've told people to go fuck myself during
Okay.
I mean, you
I
also
just-
have sex toy sponsorships. Also,
I
there's
just
your
know
cereal.
People fucking hack my account. I'm fucking bend over backwards.
Move like a champion.
Gotta
just-
get that money. You want to advertise your
Pup,
crypto? Go ahead.
Pup,
Yeah,
Pup, can
go
you
on.
do a Photoshop job on that and just call it Poop Cam, the cereal?
You mean poo cam?
I mean, you
Poo
can't
Cam, the
really
cereal.
make it funnier than
I
that.
absolutely can. I can.
That's ridiculous.
Nick, if you want to ship me a few boxes of that and we'll see what happens, then
You can go find it your own damn self. You could do that. Sort it
No,
out.
this was yours. This
Oh,
was
wow.
your suggestion.
Yeah, it
have it,
was. Doesn't mean I buy it for you.
Sirs, can you send me a picture of yourself, your real self, not your titty self?
No, for God's sakes. Let's get back to the trailer now that Cirrus is finally back
Yeah.
here.
A tangent.
The tangent. All
So we do see Sonic get pretty messed up in this movie, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the Death Egg scene or the Death Egg robot scene, his fur looks fucking gray.
He is beaten down. He's about to get stepped on and not in a fun way. And he's like,
Yeah, he's not getting Lady Dimitrescu here. No, that's not happening.
Learning way too much about my friends today.
Look, every episode of Sunset City is Wayne inching closer and closer to just blossoming into a beautiful, virulent, toxic flower.
Are
Anyway.
you saying that Wayne is getting deflowered tonight?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what you're saying.
that's also not what I'm saying. That's
Come on
good.
over here, Wayne.
Don't do that.
Oh, no. All right.
I mean,
So,
Wallace.
My God, how many HR meetings are there?
something else I wanted to discuss here, and I know other people have talked about it already, but we're seeing inconsistent sizes for the Master Emerald. Do you guys think we're going to get the Chaos Emeralds, or does it change sizes like SA2?
I had someone in my comments say that it can shapeshift.
I think that it's just going to be able to change sizes because that is not inconsistent with what we've seen in the Sonic Adventure lore anyway. I mean, seriously.
I think you guys maybe are a bit too fixated on what the games have done in that front.
According to someone in my comment section, Jeff Fowler has said that it is the Master Emerald and it is able to shapeshift and shrink. So that's a reason why.
Yeah, my theory is that Eggman is going to use up the power from it, and then, I'm sorry. He's going to use the negative energy from it, and then he's going to discard it once he doesn't feel like he needs it anymore, and that's what Sonic is going after, because I could be wrong, I need to look at it again, but in that trailer, I almost thought it looked more dim? Like, it wasn't as bright or vibrant anymore? Could just be me.
I love
making
that.
that
I
look
went
yellow.
back to the quote because I don't remember him ever saying it changes sizes. I did love that he said I'm seeing in here. We're telling a Knuckles story. The Master Emerald is kind of a package deal. I mean, I will not go any further than that into the potential magic items that might be in the story, but yeah, that's the Master Emerald. So I don't think he's not saying that Chaos Emeralds are a thing in here.
The Chaos Emeralds could very easily be a thing in this story still, but
I want this to be the Master Emerald and for them to foreshadow the Chaos Emeralds.
Whoa, shadow.
That's what I would like as well.
I bitch about the same thing I want from this movie franchise every time we sit down and talk about it, but that has not changed. I still think it's perfect for a film formula.
Yeah, but the problem is we have the Marvel movies now. I mean, they even reference it in this movie. So I don't know if they would just go straight up to the Chaos Emeralds at that point or not. Or if they're really going to make an own Infinity Saga with Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, I am glad they're trying to branch out, but I mean, this is not making Marvel money. They only have so much time with Jim Carrey.
Who would be the villain of the Sonic Infinity Saga?
Who'd be the what?
Perfect Chaos.
Yeah.
No, because Perfect Chaos is a monster. If you're going to do an Infinity Saga, it needs to be sort of a evil guy.
It would still be Eggman. Like, he's going to be... I feel like that's what I'm saying, though, is that he learns about, like... He uses the one Master Emerald, and then he finds out about the 7 others that share its power.
It's got to be Nephilis.
No.
It doesn't have to be. It does not have to be.
I don't think in a million years they would ever do that.
Nephilis will be it. He will be the main villain of the Sonic Infinity Saga.
As much as he is probably the perfect, like, penultimate villain in terms of scope, I have to agree with Wayne. I don't think that's happening.
I don't think it's happening either. Like, I'm straight up the guy that said that Shadow isn't marketable enough and they'd only do metal. But like,
Pup, how much clicking do you got to do, buddy?
You got to understand that I'm making art. I suffer for my art.
Do we have to do this right now on here? Do we have to do this?
Yeah, I do. It's for Wayne Wallace. For Wallace.
Wayne. But, God damn it,
man! I'm so glad I'm able, and I don't do this all the time, and I should do it more often. But I'm so glad that I can just brush my hand against my mic and it just mutes.
I mean, you do go like you sound like there's a fan going on every time you talk.
Wallace checked the chat.
His little fucking face.
My God, that's hilarious.
Is that going on our Twitter?
It could go on the Twitter if Cirrus is allowing it.
I'm fine with it. It's fine.
Hooray!
All I'm saying is that Perfect Chaos was basically created to be a cinematic force of antagonist, whatever. You gotta do them. If you're doing these movies at all, you gotta have Perfect Chaos in there somewhere.
Have you guys seen the the animated shorts for The Boys over on Amazon?
I haven't even seen the original Boys series.
I still need to watch The Boys. Yeah, I've heard nothing but praise. I've heard that it's incredibly uncomfortable, but like in a good way.
Yeah, one of the episodes, the whole episode, I was like, well, that's Chaos. That's Chaos 1. That's the scene with Chaos 1. Oh, there's Chaos 6. I think you'll see it yourself.
By the way, real quick question. Cirrus, without any spoiling, what did you think of the Batman? Just a quick...
I felt like it dragged in places, but I also don't feel like... Do you want my opinion?
Yes.
Is that what you want?
I want your correct opinion.
Then you'll shut the fuck up and let me say my opinion. I
want your good opinion of it. I want an informed opinion,
like
one that's
the
correct.
moment he's like, I feel like a drink. No.
It's warm in here. I'm gonna open the fridge.
It's like me trying to talk about Sonic Adventure 2 in our first episode.
What do you think of that, Wallace?
Oh, we'll get to that one. SA1 retrospective is next.
Do you like it though?
I don't know.
No, you like it.
Anyway,
I'm just never gonna give. I'm not. I'm actually legitimately not giving my opinion.
It's the best.
No, I'm not saying shit. That's where we're at.
Goodness gracious. All right.
At least you admit your opinion is shit.
God damn it. Anyway, boys.
So a couple other things have changed since we've last seen these little trailer bits here. The temple looks a bit different here, which is interesting.
That's the tip of Light Gaia's penis.
We also see a lot of murals in this trailer, just little bits of them on the wall.
I'm hoping to see 2 murals in particular.
Yep. Yep.
You and I are on the same wavelength of exactly which 2 I want to see. I'm sure.
We're gonna see. Actually, I'm looking. This is interesting. So I'm at the owl altar right now, and we'll obviously get some more information on the owls, I'm sure, with everything happening there.
Sorry, I did want to say I was happy to see that, if only because it's like, hey, these movies has something like, it doesn't all have to be stripped from the games. If you want to come up with some of your own original ideas and like really go to town with them, by all means, please do. I think that'll make it help stand out a little bit more. It's like just something that makes this this piece of media all the more worthwhile is that we're getting something here we don't get from the games.
What I'm still trying to figure out, though, because I'm looking at the owl stuff, and there's snow everywhere, so I'm assuming this is that ice cap situation. And all this still takes place on Earth, right? Because we did have that scene with Sonic and Tails in their cute little coats and everything going into a bar.
Yeah, to be fair, we don't entirely know that. I'm assuming it's going to be on Earth. I would be very, very shocked if we had any kind of like interdimensional like hopping around in this movie. But
are they just pulling a Transformers? Like, oh, these guys have been to Earth before and they've built temples and shit like that? Are we getting some Unleashed in here?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, oh, the owls have set up like, or there are temples across different worlds all across the, the universe or whatever. I mean, we've established in this canon that there are different locations that these people use the warp rings to get around.
I've had a thought, actually, because there's kind of a line in Sonic Movie 1 where Eggman's like, I want to uncover the source of its power, and like the source of his power has kind of been kind of a mystery and such. And Longclaw's all like, keep your power a secret and shit. If you look closely at the owl temple golem thing in that temple, there are these like 6 or 7 crests on her chest that have like what looks like an emerald in there. I might be wrong, but it certainly looks to be the case. Part of me thinks that the owl tribe that Longclaw belongs to are like the arbiters of chaos. And another thing I was thinking of is when Robotnik is like chaos infused, he's got that electricity effect that Sonic has when he runs, Knuckles has it when he punches, and Tails has it when he flies. I think their powers are connected to the Chaos Emeralds, which are connected to the Owls of Gahul.
Okay, you bitch. Nice reference. I posed a similar theory in the chat not that long ago, just because I was also kind of making that connection. And from what Nick told me, that has been a popular fan theory kind of running around, that people are starting to connect those dots.
I think it's also connected to the rings, which are made by the bees.
How, well, Sonic did also say that all advanced civilizations use those to get around. I mean,
and
we
all
see
advanced civilizations
have
bees. Coincidence? I think not.
God damn it.
So focus up. What are you saying, Wayne?
We see Knuckles coming through a warp ring in the trailer, so obviously he has access to them as well. Which is why I'm just like, I remember when I was sitting down in the theater for the first movie, and they kept talking about this mushroom planet, and immediately I'm just like, oh shit, are we doing Mushroom Hill? Is that what this is? And it looks like that is the case. How fucking cool would it be if it turns out, I don't think they would do this because maybe they don't have enough confidence in this kind of like story beat for a movie like this. I would love there to be some kind of twist where Longclaw or the Owl Clan or whatever, we're not that benevolent and we're actually kind of messed up.
That'd be cool. I mean, they do talk about 2 heroes that have been at war for centuries. And they said heroes too. They didn't say like warrior clans or anything like that. That was weird.
I wanted to dissect that phrase. That was the part that stood out to me.
At that point.
The what?
Maybe they both want what's best. Maybe those 2 clans are like the Amazons and the Atlanteans, and they need to form a unity to take down Darkseid. And that this is setting up Zack Snyder's Justice League too.
Well, I like the idea that it could just be like two clans that see themselves as heroes, and they're going to any extremes that they deem as necessary to protect, like, you know, the world or anything. Maybe the Echidnas had the wrong idea, but also maybe so did Longclaw's clan, and like they were both kind of in the wrong. And I would really like to get into some of those details. But you know, Longclaw is, for all we know, dead. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much confirmed.
Tails is just a centrist. He sees the Echidnas beating the fuck out of Longclaw and just like, I'm sure there's two sides to this.
I am really interested. Like I think they're going to answer these questions, and I didn't think ever. I still remember like the first movie coming out. Like, this is going to be stupid. It'll be one and done, and we'll carry on with our lives. Not a big deal. And I'm sitting here super excited about how they're going to explain Chaos Emerald lore, because you know they're going to one way or the other, and that's fucking amazing, man. This is so cool. Like, the games don't even do this.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm super excited about getting into, because that was what I loved about Adventure, and that's what I've come to love about 3 and Knuckles, is just like, man, there's such an interesting thing, like an interesting story to tell about the Emeralds, and like how different civilizations have responded to them, and what the consequences have been to either greed or misconduct or anything like that. And to think that the movies it might actually be trying to get into that territory, that makes me personally really happy, because that's the stuff I've always loved from this franchise the most.
Yeah.
And again, I'd like to see them kind of go in their own direction. It doesn't have to exactly be. Do I still want perfect chaos? Yes. Am I going to live if we never see him in a film? I also, yes. As long as, you know, they keep doing stuff that they really care about. If they want to create a whole new story, a whole new threat or whatever that's special to this film franchise, then you know what? Screw anything I say. Go for it. If you've got the means, if you got the talent, do it. Like, it doesn't matter if it's existed in the games before or not.
I gotta say, man, I'm very interested to see what happens with Ken Penders this year, both with the issue 50 featuring Surge, and now we're getting some deep backstory for Knuckles in the movie.
That man makes me so sad.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Jolly guy. Very good sport.
He has made
Penders?
some really significant... he's joking. He has made some significant like contributions to this franchise. He has. Nobody can deny that. But it's just... he has prioritized all the wrong aspects of those accomplishments, and he has sabotaged his own like identity in this community, and that's just heartbreaking to me, because it's like, man, you could have been somebody that we really looked up to. You could have been one of the greats, but no, it had to be all about the money, all about the notoriety. It had to be all about the fame and what it did for your name specifically. And despite your talents, despite anything that you ever did for this franchise, you had to make yourself the bad guy. Nobody could ever damage Ken Penders' reputation as much as he did to himself.
The thing so correct me if I'm wrong here, but Ken Penders very much brought about the more serious storytelling to Sonic comics. Am I mistaken there?
You're not mistaken there.
Yes.
You're not mistaken there.
Yeah, so let's look past, you know, all the shit that got really stupid and stuff. He was kind of the first person to say, hey, we can take this hedgehog above and beyond the Call of Duty and make some really big stories with it. That is something to be respected. And when it also comes to wanting to claim ownership of his characters, if Sega or Archie didn't make that contract with him, he is still ultimately within his rights to make those claims if he has that contract or whatever. I haven't looked too deeply into that. I might be wrong, but let's say he did have every right. He could still be a more gracious person. And like when he's on social media and stuff, this very much, I do what I want and fuck everyone else attitude. And it does not bode. Like, the guy's got all the charisma of a fucking foot. He slags off his peers and stuff. And it's like, dude, you don't like it when people slag you off. So why do you slag off others?
And that's my thing, is that, I mean, him bringing a more serious take to Sonic storytelling, I think is a good thing. Although we have also seen when that can be taken too far, like with Ken's writing himself.
I'm going to interrupt real quick because I'm an idiot, and I agree completely with Danky here. Didn't SatAM do that first, though? You are 100% correct, Danky.
Yep.
Oh, that is true, actually. Yeah.
So no, Ken can't be really credited.
Well, you can say that
with
Ken expanded on it. You could say that Ken brought it to the other aspects.
He brought
again,
Superman into Knuckles' story, is what he did.
I'm not trying to fucking go to bat for the guy because, you know, I fucking rip on him more than fucking Nick does. Nick is often the guy saying, hey, go easy on him and stuff. But like, yeah, no, the thing is, he could have just been known as a guy that fell off and made, you know, a few controversial decisions. But it's like the fact that he has no fucking sense of literacy on social media. It's just like, dude, you come off as an asocial, bitter little geek. And it's just like, sort it out, man.
And that's the thing. It does not matter like what he's contributed at all if this is the legacy that he decides to create for himself is just his attitude and the way that he responds to everybody. And again, like you said, to his peers, that's what everybody's going to remember at the end of the day. And that's something that will always be associated with both him and the Sonic franchise. He did that.
His biggest legacy now is this lawsuit. That's it. Regardless of any creative work he's done at this point. What he will be forever known for, and he does it, like you said, to himself, is this lawsuit. He's not created anything for a decade now. And regardless of how many times he wants to compare himself to Ian Flynn, I don't know if it was him on my comments. He certainly found my Twitter before. And I've said it on the show before, and we really should make this a Pender show. Like, we try our best not to bring in real people here. But, like, again, he just keeps putting himself in these conversations. And I keep warning him, dude, like, you do not want me to compare these works. You really do not want me to do that.
Yeah, when he was saying, like, I've made more interesting characters than Ian Flynn could ever dream of. And it's like, dude, you don't want people to respond to that because they
I don't know if that's actually Ken or not. I could flat out ask him. I just don't have the energy. I don't care.
Why would anyone pretend to be Ken Penders, though?
Dude, his fans are like the actual worst people I've met online. That is the actual toxic Sonic fan base.
All right, well, if that's not Ken Penders, sorry, Ken Penders.
Yeah, my
it's the shame is like he does talk like that. So
yeah. and that's the shame of it. I think we get on him so much because it's just sad that there's something to get on him about. God damn it, I want to like that guy. I want to have respect for his works, but he won't let me.
Yeah. But let's move off Ken here. I was just making a quick joke, guys.
Sorry.
Let's get back to the actual stuff we're excited about here. Sonic movie. Is there anything else we want to say about any of these scenes that we saw extended out here? Because I can't tell if Sonic's like a known quantity in this world or if he's like hidden.
Well, they establish so they released a couple of preview pages for the prequel comic. And they establish in there that not everyone in Green Hills is even on the same page that he really exists. Except for maybe like, you know, crazy Carl. And so it's like some people still think he's like a mass hallucination. Some people think that I think some people believe he existed, but nobody can seem to agree with whether or not like there actually was a mutant blue hedgehog running around.
I mean, the other thing is like it kind of implied that they're hiding his existence at the end of the first film when they were talking to Mr. Olive Garden General, and they were like,
they were literally getting paid off to keep Sonic hush hush with Olive Garden shit.
Yeah, I mean, what about that endless bird bowl? It's endless.
This is also probably one of the reasons why Sonic is like, okay, well, if I can't help people by showing my face, then maybe I'll be a superhero. Aha, I'll be doing justice.
So here's the thing I was bringing that up because I'm on a screen right now where Sonic is talking to the driver of the armored car.
Your negative attitude is not helping.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So it's just, I don't think they've like made up their mind one way or the other on this. It's very weird.
I kind of want them to address that in this movie where it's just like do the thing where it's finally all bets are off, people know about the weird hedgehogs. I want that moment where it's just like, okay, there's no more secrets. There's no more like facade. Everyone knows that there are these extraterrestrial animals that are running around and they're trying to go about their day-to-day lives, but it's just like now they know. I
mean, you're gonna have a hard time poo-pooing away anything after the Death Egg robot.
Yeah, that thing is fucking massive. That thing is very big.
Not to mention the major conflict at the end of the first film was effectively one rogue military agent with an army of drones. That's what Robotnik was in the first film. Whereas in this one, we've got a city spanning fucking tornado. We've got an actual, the giant fucking mech coming down Evangelion style to end humanity. Like there's a much bigger scope in terms of the shit Robotnik is doing to fuck up everyone's lives. This is not something that the military can cover up with an endless bread bowl.
Cirrus, do you think we're going to see some people get turned into Tenga in this?
Man, I sincerely hope that that's what happens to a lot of the characters in this film, but I don't think it's going to happen.
What I really
want what I want to see at the end of this film more than anything
have you ever watched Evangelion, Nick?
No.
Don't worry about
it. I want to see Sonic. I want to see Sonic and Tails on the beach. I want to see Knuckles' giant head just laying in the water. I want to see Sonic on top of Tails,
just choking him out.
And then Tails to reach his hand up and stop and then just call him pathetic. And then that just God damn it. And then that just be Sonic just realize he is pathetic, and that just be the end right there.
Do you also want a shot of? Hey, we're just spoiling all of this fucking anime at this point. Yeah, no, I am kind of hoping that this is like I was saying before. I'm excited to see how they shift things, like how they're approaching this this material going forward. I'm hoping this is just where it's the facade is gone. This is the movie where the status quo has changed. You don't go back from this. I mean, we see again in that Death Egg robot. We're probably just going to keep calling it that until we have something else to call it. Of the giant robot, with Sonic limping away from it, it looks like he just wiped out half that forest we've been seeing from the Sky Chase scene.
Yep.
It is gone.
No, that's why I said the devastation is of a scope and scale that is not, oh my god, a bunch of citizens think they saw a flying car and then a bunch of Amazon drones try to kill a mutant porcupine. That's not the kind of thing you can play off that way. Just go, you guys, you didn't see a UFO running around with Amazon drones. What are you talking about? You're all crazy.
I mean, maybe they'll make that a running.
Walk out and see it.
That could become a running gag, though. Them just denying things that are blatantly there, just nope.
That was always like that real quick.
I feel like that's kind of
GUN gaslights Green Hills, the comedy series.
I feel like that's something we might see though, and to be fair, that's not just a gag. That is something that happens in real life.
Can you imagine the conclusion of the story being everybody in Green Hills becoming uber rich because of the amount of money the government has to pay them all off to be quiet about this?
God damn it.
Green Hills has a massive development boom.
I wonder if it could go one of two ways. Because we have Gun in the movie, which... regardless of what we want to debate, whether or not Metal Sonic or Shadow show up, at the end of the day, I think they're both going to show up, and I'm very excited for both of them.
Be cool if they both show up in the same movie.
I don't think so. I get what your idea is there. I would kind of like them to just, if we are going to do the Metal Sonic and Amy thing, then yeah, let's do their own movie. I would love to focus up on both of them because I love them both that much. And I don't want one to overshadow the other. Shadow. But what I'm getting at here is I think the mere fact that Gunn is in this movie, it might just be an Occam's razor thing where this might tease them we got to make our own Sonic. And maybe since we have movie 3 already, maybe it's Sonic and Robotnik going off to Sonic's world for part 3. Maybe this is a part of him growing.
Oh, so we're just doing Sonic X then.
I mean, we already have been doing Sonic X. Ever since the first movie, we've been doing Sonic X.
I did want to ask, though, because I'm really bad at analyzing trailers like this. Did we see, the Gun logo or something? Is that something that we saw?
Yeah, Gun's in the movie.
Oh
We've
shit! I
we've
didn't
seen
notice
the
that.
gun. We've seen the gun logo since some of the earliest
photo.
promotional images of this movie.
Yeah,
Wallace,
I
you're so fucking
must have
stupid,
missed
man.
it, man. I don't know. I don't know what to
We've
tell you.
talked about it on this show.
You know
with
what?
you.
Have
we're
you
gonna
met
call
me?
you- we're gonna call you Rouge from now on because you're blind as a bat, and I want to fuck your brains out.
Oh no, Ink is telling me to check Twitter. Oh no!
Oh no.
What's going on now?
How does she do it so quickly?
Oh, that is amazing.
How
What have
does
they
she
done
do this
now?
so quick?
I don't know.
God,
He needs more hair in his teeth.
Nick, this is your brain on Knuckles Chaotix.
Smooth Nick.
I mean, you call me
Nick when he makes
smooth
the
Nick.
banger of a pickup line.
I look like one of those fucking things from Fallout. One of those zombie bitches.
The ghouls?
The ghouls.
You look like a
What
ghoul.
are those things? They're still fucking people, you bitch.
Oh my god.
They have their own society. You fucking asshole.
I like that one guy that I met the one time I played Fallout 3 and never picked it up again.
Do I look that
You mean
old
the-
and
you mean the
tired?
ghoul who runs
This
the
is what
bar?
I'm going to look like in like 30 years. Oh my god.
My
I don't
God,
like what I'm
you
looking
are
at there.
very confident adding that 0 there.
I mean,
I am.
To be honest, though, I didn't like add any extra wrinkles or anything. I just made you as smooth as I could, and then used the fucking Justice League method of removing your facial hair.
Yeah. How'd that work out?
It's
You Henry
really-
Cavill Superman'd him.
Yeah, I weeded him.
Good
You-
lord.
You jostled him around.
Hey, shall we move on to super chats?
I mean, there's nothing left to be said about the trailer itself. I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of ready for the movie to be out.
Yeah, it's kind of just
Yeah.
more context on the things we've already seen. Also,
Now,
the giant cream pie at the wedding.
Did we God damn it. Did we want to share hey, this could be, something we do after the super chats. Did we want to share just kind of like the plans we're kind of throwing around for
After.
No, they must remain an absolute mystery. They cannot know.
After.
oh my god.
We'll talk
We're going
after.
to pull a Sega and leave them in the dark for a very long time.
We will
4
talk.
years in
We will
advance.
say something after the super chats. Let's not talk about the next episode before we get done with this one.
Who died and made you the boss, you bossy bitch?
We can
All
vote
right.
on it right now on air.
Okay, look, man, we're gonna read our pal Jamal's.
Let
Oh my God.
democracy reign.
This is a dictatorship.
Let democracy wane.
Oh no! See, I told you it's
Anyways.
funny.
Democracy waned, and in its place, a dictatorship formed.
Oh,
You're right.
oh no!
Well, at least that gives you a chance, Wallace. You could always ask the Dictator for your old name back now that democracy.
Tater.
Nick's taters? Is that on my
do you-
next?
What do you say, Dictator? You want to give Wallace's old name back?
I am made of potatoes.
Okay, he's a very helpful Dictator. Hey, this is a man
And
that delivers
starch
the.
concrete.
This
Ladies
is a
and
man that
gentlemen, he
delivers
is
the will of the
gone.
nation.
We've had just wordplay upon wordplay, and I'm proud of what we have accomplished here, boys.
Nick.
It's amazing.
I'm ashamed to know all of you, and I love it.
If you combine Nick Milk and mashed potatoes, are you
I just
damn it?
took a-
No, fuck! I'm an idiot.
I took a Nick pick and removed all of the hair. That happened. Check the Sunset City Twitter. Cross promotion. Anyways, so our pal Jamal is in with $2. Says, Happy Blaze St. Patrick Day for everyone. Thank you, Jamal Simmons. You have a great St. Patrick Day as well.
Blaze it up with Blaze the Cat.
He does clarify in a later one that he spelt it differently, but I'll let Cirrus take care of that one. Nick?
All right.
The Nick later?
And these almost just go in order week by week, I've noticed. Sony with 5 Canadian Americans. I couldn't think of something funny. I'm sorry, everybody. Not based of McD's to encourage child labor. # ready for SETI. Oh,
Yeah,
Yes,
not
McDonald's.
based. I keep forgetting.
Very
Not based.
unbased of you,
yeah,
McDonald's.
I mean, yeah, how old is Tails in this universe? Like,
if
Sonic
he's
the
still 8, this is a literal
I mean, it's a
child
giant
labor.
corporation. Of course, they encourage child labor. And
I
if you
saw
think
actually
otherwise,
this
you're not paying
article-
attention to the world. It's sad.
McDonald's. You think they're above that shit? Come on.
I saw this article about these parents that have like their 13-year-old boy working a job at McDonald's and stuff to teach him responsibility. It's like, dude, just let the guy be a kid. Okay.
I was working janitorial when I was like that age, so yeah.
Oh my god! Look how
And
you
that's
turned
why
out.
you're so upset all the time. It's okay though. I'll give you a little kiss on the head and you'll be fine. Come on,
Cirrus.
All right, freaking thank you very much, our Paul Jamal, for giving 2 terrible mistakes to us. I mean, belated St. Patrick Day for you guys.
There we go.
It's the most wonderful
I
time of
personally,
year.
I'm fine with Blaze as well. You know, we're all good. Blaze it up, get the green. You know how it is. St. Patrick's Day, legalize.
That's what it's known for. Definitely.
I do feel foolish being Irish and completely forgetting that St. Patrick's Day was there, and then also wasting the one time out of the past few months that I actually drank anything like several days before it. Anyway, Dreambone with $5. Howdy boys, won't be able to stay for the whole show. Please make sure the show is a complete train wreck for my future enjoyment.
I'm sure
I mean,
we
did our best.
provided. I think we did our best multiple times.
I think we did. Yep.
Got our Penders
Neff.
tangent, and Cirrus went and shit for like half an hour. Just a wild time today.
A Neff sends $10 and says, anyone noticed that the new Sonic Pro controller has a very strategic placement of the B button? It really puts the butt in button. Happy Friday. And that's a better take than the whole joystick thing that journalist made.
The joystick one didn't even make sense. I'm just like, I don't fucking see it.
I didn't either.
Nobody even calls it a
wrong
joystick.
fucking way.
Nobody calls it a joystick outside of like the like senile people that come through my store.
England, you bitch.
Guys, everyone knows
Yeah.
game journalists want to fuck Sonic the Hedgehog.
What do you
And if
call
they
it?
disagree,
Yes,
they
tell
can
me.
call the cops.
What
We
do you
call it
call it?
We call it a fucking analog stick because that's what it's actually referred to on paperwork.
Here, it's referred to it as a joystick. You fucking pleb.
No,
Over
it's
there,
called
it's referred to incorrectly.
it's called an
You
analog
refer to
stick. A joystick
other-
is what Atari had.
That is a joystick.
Yeah.
An
Well, it's not like
arcade
Americans
cabinet has a
have-
joystick.
Your idea of football doesn't even involve feet, so I don't know what you're fucking complaining about.
You got me there.
Read the
But
next goddamn super chat, Nick.
I do think that joystick is still used like shorthand for those things. I think people know what
By
you're talking
wrong
about.
people and
If you look at,
senile
like,
like
the
customers.
manuals,
My God,
of
Wayne.
Semantics. Who
Fucking
gives a
ones.
shit?
Obviously,
You gave a
Wayne
shit
does.
earlier as well, Nick, when you were saying it's called an analog stick, you prick.
Yeah,
Nick,
I am saying that it is technically the
are you
correct
jostling
term.
me? Are you pulling on my winky? Is that it? Is that what you're doing?
No,
Are you
I'm just
pulling
saying.
on your joystick?
No, I'm pushing back on you with this like definitive. No, this is what everyone calls it here because I'm going to
I
call
didn't say
bullshit.
that. But it's. Oh yeah, no, because Nick knows more about British culture than the British guy. Good job.
I
does,
think I
that's
might
good.
at this point. I'm thinking I might.
Look,
Every
British
time you
people
show me examples,
accuse
it's
each
through
other
your
of
horrible
being
friends.
Predators. It's not just my heart. Those are normal English people. I'll have you. In fact, they're better because they're not as vulgar as the typical British people you'll find on the street.
Places to go, gotta find my rainbow.
If you want to know what most real British people like, just think transphobia, homophobia, and a little bit of football sprinkled in there.
You know, like the one thing we were talking about yesterday in our DMs here, like after you said that, you're like, well, no, everybody in Britain jokes about that stuff.
I called Nick a nonce, okay, and he got all upset, and I was like, I apologize.
Oh, do not!
That's
You
just-
do not! No! You do
the
not!
British in me.
You do not jump over that shit like that. Don't
You sound
sprinkle
kind of
this up.
upset right now.
I am because that is not what I got pissed about, and you know that's not the case.
I don't even know what you got pissed about.
You called me a pedo.
That's what a nonce is.
Anyway, I noticed our friend Stuart made a similar joke like right after you got done with that conversation. And I was like,
told
fuck.
you, British people. Fuck you. It's normal here.
Okay,
Anyways.
I think that's our weekly fight between Pup and Nick out of the way, so we can keep
Why do
carrying
you always
on.
have to do this? Just agree with me in the future.
Oh my god!
Stick around, gotta keep
My
moving on. Just what lies ahead, only one way to find out.
My God, I remember hearing those exact words from my abusive stepdad.
Also, Tom Topics is taking my side on the joystick debate. And Chaos Mod has also added that British people do say nonce a lot. So there you go, Sir Nonce a lot.
Just keep on moving ahead.
The problem is joystick is already used for a specific type of controller.
Yeah, it's used for other controllers here too.
I'm not arguing with you about video game things. I'm always right. Anyway.
You just made a very wrong point there, mister. No one is always right.
I have never heard
you are
controversy
always
over it being
right
called a
about.
joystick
You're
until right
always
now.
Right wing, you fucking Republican.
All right. Where were we?
Just read the goddamn fucking super chat.
I don't know which one we're on. Is it Bowden's turn?
I think we were at
had
it's time for guess and follow my head instead.
You're on Jamal. You're on our pal Jamal.
No. We already did St. Patrick's Day.
No, there's
Yeah, we did that. We did.
Oh, you're right. This is where we
we
lost our minds.
Right.
Jamal,
You're
we're on
always
Jamal.
right over here. Fucking
Jesus
rude.
Christ!
Wow, Nick,
So-
stop being wrong.
So
Nick.
Jamal with $5. Hey guys, did you
Is he our
see?
pal or not?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, shut
Hey guys,
fuck
did
up.
you see? Did you guys see the final Sonic 2 movie trailer? No.
No, we didn't.
Also, what happened
nice,
to
though.
Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Origins gameplay? Milk Pro forever. I think they're just waiting to dole this out at this point. I think it'd be kind of crazy to do anything with the games and everything before the movie comes out. I'd say drop that, and then Origins, and then Frontiers. That said, they did release that big play thing. What is that for PlayStation? Where they just went into great detail with that Hogwarts game coming out in holiday of this year. So I really do think the time is getting close for Frontiers to just kind of let it all out. Just flop it all out. Just drop your pants and just flop it out and show us what you got.
It's been edging for long enough.
It really
has.
we really got to get to a point where whenever it comes back, they really need to like do a full on. That's really what they should do for Sonic, honestly, is a big gameplay discussion, not just another short trailer. Like, here is an in-depth conversation about what the mechanics and systems are in this game.
They
Yeah,
did that with
dude.
Sonic Unleashed back in the day.
Zurus, please tell Nick I agree with him.
What?
Tell Nick I agree with his idea.
Oh, we're not
Are we
this
doing the
fucking shit
thing?
right now.
Are we doing this again? I did it first in
No,
Fortnite.
no, we're not.
Wallace,
Fucking
tell Nick
children.
we're doing this again.
Children, all of you. I will throw out my voice for this stupid bit. Keep moving. Jesus fucking Christ.
My brain does
Get
a
on
thing
here every
where
week to babysit you chodes.
My
Oh,
brain
man.
does a thing where it fills in the blanks on people's statements before they say them. So I didn't hear stupid bit. I heard a stupid bitch.
Zurus, tell Wallace to stop losing his temper over stupid things or else I'll never be his friend again.
Block you on Twitter.com.
Zurus, tell Wallace I don't care about that. God forbid I fall
Why
out
did
with
you
Zurus.
leak my nudes?
So I mean, Pup though, like the
Pup.
other day, you were getting quite frustrated with the lack of anything related to the games. Do you have any thoughts you wanted to kind of share right now about that?
Zurus, tell Nick that I don't have many thoughts on it because he put them mostly to bed because he made some good points. But ultimately, yes, I do think it's quite unprecedented that we haven't seen any gameplay 2 trailers in for Sonic Frontiers. And I am worried about the whole, oh, we're saving time, we're taking our time now, because they said that before Colors Ultimate came out, and look how that came out. So,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It really is on them to kind of
Yeah.
prove themselves at this point.
Anyway, the next one is from Bowden. For $5, Wayne, start calling Pup Pug to retaliate.
That's not going to phase him. You know that's not going to phase him. Nothing can phase him.
Just call
He
him
doesn't
Poop.
have
Tell
feelings.
Wallace that's not going to phase him, that he's right.
Just call him Poop. Just that. Just do it over and over again until he gets tired of it.
Channel
I was just
poop.
going to call him
Just
Gregory.
channel Poop.
Right, that's it. None of you are my friends now. Okay, just Pup, tell the gang that they're not your friends anymore.
I'm just gonna start calling.
Pup, you guys aren't my fucking friends anymore.
I'm just gonna start calling you William.
We gotta have him watch
now
Sunny.
you have fucking called some. You have created some new problems for yourself, Wallace. I swear to fucking Christ, I will deal you a shit hand. Do you not know me, man? I suffer for art. I suffer for my content. Okay, you wouldn't understand. You weren't even in the fucking Navy, kid. So shut your
Man.
goddamn mouth, you
All right, I found my ammunition.
Of course we know who you are, Gregory.
Fucking boxing me, Dennis. Fuck you, Dennis. What a stupid name Dennis is.
We
anyway.
really
No wonder
gotta
you
watch
call yourself
Sunny.
Wayne.
This really is a Sunny episode, what we're doing right now. And it's amazing. All right.
Okay.
Wayne, it's your turn.
We have Cecil the Gallade with $5. Is it Cecil? Cecil? Am I saying it wrong?
Cecil's fine.
Is it Cecil?
Sometimes it's
Oh, okay.
Cecil, sometimes it's Cecilia, sometimes who knows.
Oh, okay. Damn it, guys. Why I know this title gotta involve me. Absolute insanely busy today, so can't stay. Please help me.
Cecil,
Not gonna help you.
Cecil works at McDonald's and has to deal with a lot of stupid shit over there.
I feel you there. I work at
He was
McDonald's.
going to see our title.
We feel you though. Like I've worked at McDonald's. Cyrus has worked at McDonald's. He literally is McDonald's, and like Tails works at McDonald's, so he feels you. We all feel you, man.
Tails is literally the child labor at McDonald's that makes your McGriddle taste sweet.
I don't feel Cecil because I didn't get consent first.
Oh God. Oh dear. The
Bad
McDonald's
when Puff
things.
does it,
Did we
Based when
talk
Wayne
about
does
this?
it?
Did we talk about this on the show? Because I know Sonic Show posted, and again,
Cyrus is getting a lot.
well, I didn't know if he was serious or not about this, but he had said that every half hour they have to mention McDonald's in the movie.
I don't think that's true.
That's not
I mean,
true.
That said, that would
Actually-
equal 4 mentions, wouldn't it, approximately, at most?
Hold on. That would not be surprising because that's what they did with Olive Garden in the first movie.
Right.
It wasn't every
I
half
thought
hour,
they all,
though, but
they mentioned that
No,
movie. They mentioned
and-
that twice, didn't they?
And
It was every half hour in that movie.
and they did say in that stupid IGN thing that Knuckles makes some commentary about ice cream.
that's not grapes.
No.
Where, just do a crossover with Sonic. God damn it! At this point, like if
It's
you're
too
gonna constantly mention,
obvious. It's too easy.
why you gotta do it.
No, you don't go for the low-hanging fruit, Wallace. You might, because you can't fucking reach, you fucking dwarf.
Dude, your entire catalog of humor is nothing but low-hanging fruit.
Not true. I'm very clever, actually. I'll have you know.
Look, every time we laugh at a joke that either you make or I make, it's either
It
a
encourages
combination. It's a combination of pity or a reflection on how far we've sunk.
Olive Garden was just not a running gag. No, you don't. That's not how movies work. You don't mention things without running it by advertisers and all these other people. Mentioning a product or a company in a movie requires approval.
Wait. What is the point of saying it wasn't product placement? That is
literally product
what
placement.
product placement
And
is
that
in a
is-
movie.
You
That
know
is
what's
placement of product.
You know what's a running gag? What Cyrus does in his fucking bathroom.
Actually,
Just get
no,
it,
it
it's
doesn't
runny
run.
and it
It's
makes you
usually pretty
gag.
chunky.
Oh, that's good. I'm pleased to hear that you got a healthy colon. Bet
I
there's
don't need to
chunks
hear
of
this.
corn in it.
Whose turn is it? Is it Pup's turn?
It's Pup's turn.
Yay! All right, so we've got Black Yakuzu 94 saying, sending $5, says, what traits of the movies do you wish to carry over to the games if they start incorporating them? I'll start. Designs, characterization, basically everything. Keep the environments in games, though.
So they are not able to use the game designs without contractual stuff.
You mean the movie designs, right?
Right. I mean, I think like
they could make something similar, though. They could give Sonic like a fur texture or something.
Yeah,
Or maybe
no
make
doubt
a
about
remake.
that. No doubt about that. But yeah, like the literal movie designs, you have to contracts have to be signed because these things are way more complicated than people want to pretend they are.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. But I don't disagree with the general idea of bringing back Knuckles, being more serious, being more of a badass. Being more incorporated with the Master Emerald and Angel Island would be very much appreciated. What I want is what the movies are providing, which is bringing these guys back to the roots and celebrating what made them so special to begin with. And I mean that in like the proper, correct way, which is characterization, as opposed to what the games are doing, which is like what we're just gonna put Green Hill back
was
in here
about to
for the
mention
5th
that.
time, you know?
When the games say, "Oh, we're bringing Sonic back to his roots," I'm like, "No, fuck off." When the movies do it, I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. You guys understand the assignment."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Cyrus? Is he?
He's pooing again, I guess.
Oh no, I actually just had my. I just realized I actually still have my mic muted. Talk about what traits of the movies you want to carry on over from the games.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. If there's one major one that I want, and it's purely aesthetic. It is purely aesthetic. I want Sonic to look more textured, like he has fur, and less like he's made of plastic in the games. And like, I'm sorry, it's a thing that's been bugging me since Heroes, because Adventure 1 and 2 didn't make him look like plastic. Nowhere near to the extent that we got in Heroes and onward.
Unless you're playing the DX port.
Well, if you're playing the DX port, then he looks like he's ripped right out of Toy Story 1, yes. But
it's quite a compliment, actually.
I was gonna say, you're
like,
disrespecting Toy Story 1 1 like that.
Yeah,
like either that or
Toy
Sonic Adventure DX has got amazing graphics.
Everything beyond the humans and the dog. Yeah, you know,
The dog is rough. The dog is a little rough.
the lighting in Toy Story 1, though, they
He's
still
right.
can't even. The point worth noting, though, is like if you look at Kingdom Hearts 3 and stuff, they're still not quite up to the level of lighting that Toy Story 1 had.
Yeah.
So my main thing is that the movies, I understand that they're going for the same, like, the look that the Garfield and the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie had with the character. Even the original Sonic design, as grotesque as it was, still had that very much like covered in fur idea. Even parts of Sonic that we've all kind of looked at as being made of flesh, like his stomach.
Yeah, I
Not
can't slap his tummy now. Really
Yeah,
sad.
see that? And I understand that, like, that's a part of the design that I wouldn't want to keep. I want that part that looks flesh colored to actually be flesh. But the more important thing for me is that I'm so tired of plasticky Sonic. I don't want plasticky Sonic anymore. And at least the movies give me a Sonic who looks like he's an animal with actual texture. That is probably the biggest thing from the movies I want to carry forward. I don't care about much of anything else. Maybe my opinion on that will change when this movie comes out, but that aesthetic is my biggest thing that I want that improved. And the movie got it down way better.
I like their shoes. I like all their shoes.
Also, give him the kind of anatomy that he's got in the movie as well, like where he's actually got some shoulders on him and stuff, because like it means he can animate much better. And like, you know, his proportions animate much better in the film as well.
Actually, I never thought about that. Current Sonic has no shoulders. He can't like roll his shoulders back or anything.
The problem is, in order to make those shoulders work, the arms have got to be blue, otherwise they're going to look weird.
I was actually going to mention, I think, because I was looking back over some footage from like Forces or whatever, and the one thing that I keep thinking about is that maybe it's not so much the models that I have an issue with in the more recent stuff. It's just the lazy animation.
Yep.
Yeah, I've kind of said that. I mean, ultimately, I would say at least a step in the right direction would be to take the Boom models, get rid of all the stuff that they did that's new, and then call that the new Sonic. You know, like so they've got the proportions of Boom in the anatomy, but they don't have the sports tape, the different shoes, the extra quills. Well done, and the scarf.
It's kind of like that's kind of like the issue that you end up having with like Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's not that the character models are that abysmal; it's that the animations are just
they're so lifeless. Like they move between keyframes, and there's nothing in between them. Like it's yeah.
I think we'd all just like to see a Sonic that's actually made for each individual game, as opposed to being tweaked around and then we whine about quills for a fucking decade.
I mean, if they get it right, like then I don't see any point in wasting money or time redoing what's already done. I guess like spend lots of time doing levels instead and make the game long.
Actually, you know what I would like to see? This is not the Sonic movies, but this is an upcoming movie that, like, I don't really care about outside of its visual design, but I would actually love to see the games look a little more like this. Y'all see that new trailer for the Puss in Boots movie they're working on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, where they're animating bits in twos as well, aren't they? It's like a post-Spider-Verse kind of feel, but it still has that aesthetic of Shrek.
I have thoughts on that because it was kind of where I'm thinking, maybe this doesn't work for everything, but...
Animating Sonic in twos would only work if his model was in twos, but the environment around you remains in like 60 FPS.
I don't need it in twos. I'm just more talking about like the shading and like how they capture the way fur looks and everything like in that. I love the visual aesthetic, like even just in still shots. The animation, animating in twos and everything. I feel like there's a different discussion to be had there. Although
Yeah,
I think
agree with that. I agree.
I
I think the more staticky design doesn't always work.
I don't think it's as clean as it was in Spider-Verse.
No.
But
even though it wasn't perfect, I really didn't like that 3D filter on top of some of the scenes where it felt like it's just like too blurry for its own good.
Wait, you didn't like the animation in Spider-Verse?
Didn't like aspects of it, and we're not turning this into a silly ass fake debate. I'm tired of those.
Whoever said fake, man? We're getting ready for this.
God damn it.
Puff's literally pulling up his sleeves to reveal his arms that have been colored incorrectly.
I apologize. Where are we on the
what color would they be?
Yeah, that's a good point. We're talking about what we want to carry over from the games, so
you've got Adzinko, Nick.
All right, Adzinko with 5 licks. Some money to go towards Pooh Cam and Mike. I don't just want to see it. I want to hear it slide out and hit the water in the best quality possible.
Oh no! What?
There he is. There
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I think I think he'd settle for feet at least, Cyrus.
He can settle for shut the fuck up.
Dip your feet in black ooze.
I love Adzinko. I'm always like trepidatious and excited when I see he's dropped a super chat for us.
Because there's always something terrible beneath it.
Oh my god.
Right. Cyrus, you're up with Otis.
Yep. This one's five more mistakes. But why do you fund this show? Thank you, but also why? Greetings from Twilight Town, ya boy here. What was your first piece of Sonic merch? Mine was a plush from Denny's. I think
that's
mine
old
was,
school. Wow.
I think mine was that like Game Boy looking thing that they gave. I think it was at Burger King.
Game Gear.
It was at McDonald's.
It was at McDonald's.
Monster.
Okay, and it was the one.
Oh,
with, like,
you mean
Shadow
I'm
Head,
sorry. You mean the actual little toys there? Yeah.
The little Game and Watch things.
Yeah, like that was the first piece. If you don't count like a strategy guide for Sonic Adventure 2, then that would probably count. Past that, and I've actually had this conversation with Nick before, I don't actually own any Sonic merch.
Yeah.
I have 2 of those. Do you remember at like theme parks and everything? I don't know what you guys had in your areas, but like where I grew up, King's Dominion or like Carowinds, Busch Gardens, that sort of thing. At those like carnival games, back before they started getting cheap, they used to have those like giant like not plushes, but they were like filled with beans or whatever, like bean bags. They weren't Beanie Babies. They were far too big for that.
Yeah.
I guess
So effectively Beanie Babies.
effectively.
Beanie adults.
We had those for Sonic and Tails sitting in one of our stores, and when they were remodeling, they were like, "Hey, Wayne, you like Sonic, right?" And I was just like, "Yeah." And they gave me those. I still got to put them in the dryer because they've been kind of hanging out in a dusty store for like
Wait,
probably a couple of decades.
Hold on, you still got to put them in the what?
Dryer.
Wallace.
Oh, that's not what I heard.
Wallace, on the next super chat that you wrote down, you didn't take down the person's name, you absolute fart.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure. But I've got
one?
their name up. Luckily, the
So-
one that says $10.
No,
So,
I did.
No, you didn't.
I should probably answer
Oh, I
the
see,
last
I see.
one.
Yeah.
Before we move
Hang
on
on.
to that.
Go on.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know.
Did you steal that like decrepit Sally statue?
I wish. That dude will not let anybody work on that at all. It's just sitting in like a junkyard somewhere, and people know where it is, and people will not. He just won't allow anybody to work on it, which is very annoying.
Why can't he just like sell it for a shit ton of money?
Just doesn't want to. I don't know.
Actually, I too would like to share my first piece of Sonic merch, but you go first.
No, you go ahead. I'm still trying to remember. I don't remember.
One of my old college buddies bought me a Sonic Generations classic Sonic action figure back in like 2012, I think, for my birthday. So that was really cool.
So I was just a little kid when Sonic was on the Genesis and Saturn and all that shit, and there wasn't a lot of merch, and it was either a Sonic bank where he's sitting on top of one of the screws from Metropolis Zone, or it's a little gumball holder. That might have been the first. I was really excited to see that. I remember that because it was like one of the only Sonic figures out there, and it looks like the Greg Martin Sonic. It's got like flat quills, and they look so fucking atrocious because they like have the buzzsaw down the back, but they'd also have another set of spines on each side of him. It was a disaster. It was the ugliest thing, but it was like the only bit of Sonic stuff out there, and it was just again a little gumball, not even a gumball, but like a little gum holder. But like the little toy was just amazing. Did you guys ever have those when you were kids? Like just little things of candy that were housed in just awesome ass toys that were kind of shitty toys on their own, but still kind of awesome for.
I was never given one of them.
Oh God, I just remembered what I think my first one was.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I need to see if I can find a picture of this.
It could have been also the paper Game Gear with a bunch of activity stuff from one of the Hojos, the Howard Johnsons. They had a tie-in with Sonic at some point.
Oh, I loved Howard Johnson when I was a kid. We went there on my little 2004 holiday to Florida.
Oh, goodness.
I found it.
Oh, they had breakfast and everything. I remember the cinnamon buns. Oh man, what a time to be alive, man. Oh.
I think my first ever piece of Sonic merch was it was like a bath thing that had like fucking shampoo in it, but it also had one of those like little bubble like hoop games.
Oh, you had one of those? Oh,
I did. Lord knows what happened to it over the years. But I had one of those as a kid.
He just
it had Sonic Adventure 1 art in it. I remember that because I got super into Sonic as soon as I played Sonic Adventure 1.
It was near the Florida Mall. It was great. Oh my god. It's got good reviews on TripAdvisor, I think.
He's still on it.
$70 a night? That's amazing. I'm going to go there.
Vintage Sonic bubblegum container, and yep, just like mine was, and I still think it's in my mom's old house somewhere. All of their noses everyone lost their noses. I want to find a new one because that's the closest we've ever gotten to like a Greg Martin figure.
So, Wallace, since you failed to take down the name of this next super chat, I'll say
Did
it
you
for
take down the super chats next time?
No, that's your job, secretary.
That used to be Pup's job until he decided it wasn't.
Super Andy ACS with £10. Go ahead, read it, Wallace.
No.
It's your turn to read. It's your turn to read, Wallace.
Show me some damn respect, boy. I made you.
Fuck you, buddy. You didn't make shit.
Maybe mine would have done like the Sonic 3 McDonald's toys, but I'd imagine I had something before that.
I want an Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Robotnik toy.
Those have to exist somewhere, right?
They do, but they're worth a lot.
Oh wait, no, that's one of the McDonald's ones.
They've also had that in like an Eggmobile as a McDonald's thing, yeah. But they've also got one of him like standing up and scratching his head too.
Do you have the McDonald's one?
No, I don't have it.
Do you want the McDonald's one?
Yes, please, Nick. Thank you.
No problem, buddy. No problem.
Oh man, you're the best, man.
I try.
That argument earlier didn't count. I totally agree with you now. So, Wallace.
Anyway, $10. Hey guys, longtime fan.
From who? Who's it from?
I don't know. Say the name.
Super Andy ACS. Say his name.
With £10. Hey.
Say his name.
I've already forgotten it.
Oh no.
Super Andy ACS. Say his name.
Super Andy
ACS. Say his name.
No.
Say it.
See, the time that
Now
he
you're
dropped
gonna
the
be
super chat
rude
was the
about
most
it. You
significant super
paid
chat
for
of his
you to
life.
say his name. You will
But for
say his
Wayne, it
goddamn
was
name.
He paid for us
Tuesday.
to say his name.
We
Just say his
have
goddamn
over
name.
100 viewers watching this happen right now.
Say his name, Wayne.
Not until I get some respect and you say my actual goddamn
So,
name.
Cyrus, you want us to
Dennis,
just keep going?
Say his fucking name.
I can
You know,
mute
honestly,
any of you.
I think we could just. we
Okay.
could just have a completely separate podcast while they have at it.
Oh my god.
Okay, look, someone's got to
Christ.
read out for Super Andy ACS.
You know how to do this, pup. You can be polite to Wayne.
Okay.
You just gotta say it not like a dick.
Okay. I'm sorry. Wallace, I really appreciate you as a buddy, and I'm glad we're friends. And truth be told, as much as I rib you, I think if you died, I'd be very upset. So, if you would kindly including his name, read out Super Andy ACS's super chat, that would be really, really cool of you. But it's not like you're not already cool. It would just make you extra cool. Okay.
Man, that would have been a really sincere apology had it been directed at Wayne and not this fictional.
I will.
Wallace you keep
Yeah,
talking about.
no. I'll do this.
Wallace is real.
But first, what's my goddamn name?
We're not.
Dennis.
Nope. You're both about to get muted. I swear to God. Just
Dennis
get the
is your
super chat name.
Super Andy ACS with
Thank
10
you.
pounds, as read by Wayne. Fuck you, Pop. Hey guys, longtime fan. I usually listen to your podcast while I drive around in my car. Super hyped for the second movie from the UK, so we get it on April 1st. You watching a week early too, Pup?
I sure am, Super Andy ACS.
Okay.
What a Chad. Can't believe you forgot to write down his name, then refused to say it.
So,
when you-
Puppet, it is your turn. It is
Watch
your
you, I
turn.
swear.
Okay,
I hate
so-
you so much.
So Zerbin sends 50 Chinese franklins and says, hello, always nice to catch you guys live. Been looking forward to the movie. I'm really hyped for it. I just learned that the movie will be released on my country at the end of March. You jammy bastard. For Wayne, this is pretty wizard. You hear that, Wayne? You hear that, Wallace?
It's not super wizard for Wayne if he's not able to see it a week early, though, is it?
I think the term wizard was for Wayne. That was for him. That's
Maybe
it.
there's a
that-
middle
that
ground where you don't have to call him by Wayne, but you don't have to call him Wallace, and we just call him Wizard from now on.
Dennis. Dennis is his name if we don't call him either of them.
He's Wayne Zerd.
You're gonna change your
My-
mind very quickly once we watch Sunny. I promise you that.
I've got a little like a little bin at work, and somebody wrote Wizard Larkin on it. So yeah.
Wallace the wizard. Anyways, Nick, you're up with Otis.
Otis Small, ya boy, with $5. Hey there, Dusk Metropolis, ya boy again. In a life or death situation, which one of you would be eaten first? Well,
I have the least meat. I'm literally the smallest.
I would.
how much-
You
how
just
much
got
do you
done
weigh?
talking about how skinny Wayne is the other day.
Did you asking me how much I weigh on a live stream? What the fuck?
You did
yeah.
make fat jokes about yourself on stream.
Well,
pretty early.
I
Not too long.
before the start of my
Oh,
diet,
no.
I was 80 kilograms.
Legitimately,
I am now 76.
Sir, are you
kilograms.
proud
I have
that
lost.
we're in the middle of a debate on whether Pup or Wayne would be eaten first, and we're just
Yeah,
having
I
part of that
do.
kind of discussion?
Wayne's literally got no meat on him.
I'm like 120 pounds.
Apart from
I
his
do
colossal
apologize, Pup, because like I actually did not consider the rudeness of that question.
Oh, don't worry about it. No, Wallace, it's fine. I'm not a woman, man. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Pup!
No, you're not supposed to ask women what they weigh. That's like a rule of thumb.
That's also called misogyny.
Yeah, we're gonna reel that in now. Oh my God!
Past this. Anyway,
God, I just had to do a video about Vosh doing this. And now
So
you? God,
I
fuck
guess at the end
We'll
of
make a
this,
video about me, Suris. I'll be flattered.
I guess Pup is getting eaten first. We've all agreed. Anyway, let's.
that's out of principle.
Well, in that case, no one's going to watch your show anymore because everyone knows that I'm the star.
God fucking damn it.
What is happening?
This is the Diva
wait,
saga,
who's-
okay?
I think it's Nick. Nick is next with
No,
Otis.
Nick's just red, you fucking punk. Pay
Did he?
attention. This is Suris.
Suris with Otis.
Oh my God.
Go on,
Otis.
Suris. Read, man. Read.
Otis Small with 5 pup nuggets. Hey there, Dusk Patro. Oh, that's the one. That's
Yeah.
the one we already. That's a different one.
Did 2 in a row.
Okay, well, this one is not nuggets. These ones are pup tenders. Hey, Sundown Municipality, your boy back with one more question. Why does every gas station I go to have cash registers that use that ring sound?
There has been research into this, and we don't have a specific answer, but there are videos that discuss this very specific topic, and I don't remember what they landed on, but
Wait, is it the sonic ring sound?
it is the sonic ring
yeah.
sound.
Wait, cash registers make that sound in the state?
In
Oh,
the
man,
US,
in
there's
gas
a lot of
stations.
like
In gas
yeah.
stations.
Dude, Nick, you got to take me to a gas station, man.
Dude, I will take you to a gas station. Don't even worry about it. We will literally
that's-
have
We were
to
planning on taking
on a
you
road
out
trip.
to end things anyway.
Pump my ass full of diesel, man.
No, I was not ready
You know, I was just about to say that we're always talking. I was
spit
just
on
about to
coffee
say that we're
all over
always
myself.
talking about like
You okay? Did you
road
did you
trip.
shit
I did
everywhere?
not expect that Eddie. Oh God!
There's shit everywhere.
And I puked all over myself, and now I'm covered in my own.
Now there's diesel everywhere.
I'm very happy that that joke resonated with you as much as it did, Pup.
Pup, I'm sorry that we're gonna have to actually use just a high ethanol substitute. I mean, times are hard.
All right, man. What you gonna do?
Does anybody have a
We're gonna
hybrid?
shove corn juice up your ass.
I'm actually electric. Just strap it to my boobs, and then it'll work.
Well, I'm just gonna kind of keep this train going far away from this conversation.
Otis, if you're genuinely curious, you can look it up on YouTube. Somebody has done a video on it. I wish I remembered their name off the top of my head. I'm very sorry, I do not remember.
Putting
Let's
diesel
keep
in
going.
Uranus.
Anyway,
No, is that what the video is? I'm
so
asking.
we got Gigi Doug. Is it Gigi Doug?
Yes, Gigi Doug.
Okay,
Well
Gigi
done.
Doug with
You said the name this time.
with $1. Thank you, Doug.
with $1. Oh, I guess I don't think they attached anything with it.
Yeah,
well, thank
if
you.
you wanna just do the next
we do
one.
appreciate your support.
They are a Sigma male that doesn't need to speak.
Do you wanna-
They just give us-
What
They're
you could
great.
do, it looks like Doug gave us another $5 just after Zerbum. So if you want to read Doug's actual one here.
I'll go ahead and combine them. Sure.
Yeah.
So Gigi Doug with $5, so totaling out to $6. Blue Justice, trademark pending. Will any copyright law in the universe stop him?
Trademark Henders will stop you.
Oh no.
I mean, if we've learned
Okay.
anything, if there's anything that does stop Sonic, it is usually copyrights. That seems to be the biggest problem in
Which
this
is
franchise.
really ironic.
Then
Yeah.
again, it's kind of funny how often he treads along that line. I mean,
Yeah.
in Sonic 2, it was the Death Egg. In Sonic CD, it was fucking Back to the Future.
And then in Sonic Lost World, it was Super Mario.
And in Sonic 3, it was the Jetsons.
And then Sonic Frontiers, it was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Oh, that's going to be controversial. Invader Zerbin sends 50... yeah, and says, now I'm excited for the next episode. I hope I can keep my job until then. I'm going to join the Milk Bro 2 and B-Theory forever. It seems like Zerbin has been taking lessons from our pal Jamal in how to be a pal. Thank you for being a pal.
Oh god. Searching
Travel
gas
down the road
station
and
Sonic
back.
Ring yields a video from Nexpo with 1 million views. That is the exact one. Thank you, Zanju. Oh my god. What a wild ride it's been today, guys. But I think it might be time to just walk away
Stop
from this
the
train
train.
wreck. No, the train's
Yeah,
been
just-
stopped. It's been
It's not stopped. Look at the background. You can stop the background, Nick.
I hate to tell you
Cool
this
effect.
these are just the last fleeting moments of your life.
That'd be a
Flashing
cool
before your
style.
eyes.
Ah, well, that's it, guys. I quit the show because I'm dead.
Is that why every episode of Sunset City flashes before my eyes before I sleep? Is I'm literally just about to die?
Wouldn't that be disgusting?
Yep.
Pup and or Nick quits the show. Fill that on your bingo card. All right, guys. What are you all up
No
to
one's
these
gonna
days?
watch if that's the fucking case.
Oh my god. What?
These two, really?
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. What are you up to, you little monster?
Oh, I'm talking to you guys right now. I'm having a great time. Oh, right. Yeah, no, on my YouTube end. Right. Okay. So I'm doing this podcast called Sunset City, which is on every Friday. So you guys should definitely check that out if you haven't already. But also over on my own channel, I'm, I don't know, doing some other shit. So yeah, check it out.
And there you go. Cirrus, what are you up to these days?
So, for the next couple days on my stream, I'm actually going to be playing a game called Dragonet Havoc. It's a video game that was made by one of my channel artists. They actually just got it, the first version of it completed. And I am playing it live and giving critique and trying to chill out their game.
You forgot something. You're also going to shit for a very long period of time.
God damn it. That's this dumbass joke is going on longer than any of his shits.
I will fucking end you!
I wish my shits could end.
Wayne, what are you doing these days?
Yes, sir.
Wallace.
Well, I am currently working on my Sonic CD review. Having a lot of fun with that. I really want to get it out next week. because I am trying to work on a schedule so that I can release my Sonic 3 Knuckles video by the time Sonic 2 hits. I'm wondering if trying to do both Sonic 3 and Knuckles in one video is a good idea at this point, just because I'm trying to do it in that time constraint, but hopefully we'll see. I do also have a surprise video coming out on April 1st. That one's going to be short and just be something kind of fun. And then after that, I don't know if I might be taking a little bit of a break from Sonic, but I haven't decided what I'm jumping onto just yet. After that, it's going to depend on a couple of factors. Although at some point this year, I do need to take a look at. I just picked up a copy of Rodea, the Sky Soldier, for the Wii and Wii U. So we'll get to that one.
Yeah, have fun with that, buddy. I've got all 3 versions of that fucking. I guess you technically have 2 of them now because you just bought on Wii U.
I do. Yeah,
Yep.
It comes with the Wii version. I even love that the cover art is reversible to reflect like which version of the game you prefer, which you switch it to the Wii one, from what I've told.
This is just one of the most interesting fucking. Of course, Yuji Naga. Of course, it's a very interesting release. Yeah, and as for me, people have been asking me where Mecha March Madness is. I will tell you guys here first before I post it on YouTube later today. Later today, my patrons are going to be getting episode 1 later on, and they'll be getting the next one this weekend, and everybody else is going to get theirs, the first episode, on Monday. I would like to do one every single day of the week, but what is probably going to happen is I'm going to be doing 3 episodes of Mecha March Madness this upcoming week, and then another 3 the following week, ending out March with at least 6 episodes for a marathon. So hopefully that will make it all worth the wait. And yeah, as for our show here, though, this is episode 49, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
Guys, we are so incredibly excited to tell you that we have a lot planned for episode 50. And I hope you're all here next week to see what that all entails, because it's going to be wild.
That also means that we're only 10 episodes away from episode 69. Wait, no, we're not. Hang on, it's 20.
Oh my god. Anyway, that's going to do it today for Sunset City. We're going to walk away from this train wreck and, fuck off.